about certain potential residents and whatever. Please let me name fuck. All right, bro. Um, fuck. Okay, present. And like that, we're back with another Unpack presented to you by the To Be Fair Show and
the GSH Podcast.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
All right, late but always on time. It's the guys. Yeah, again, we're back here with another good one. There's been conversations bubbling. It was recently brought to my attention that Tuskegee has moved in the way of respectability politics, and they have issued a ban on the bonnet, a ban on the durag. Yeah. What does this mean? I think that we're gonna get some more facts, but to my understanding, they don't want kids leaving outside of their dorms with bonnets and durags. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Do we agree? Disagree? I was having a conversation with some older guys. They were speaking about it. I guess it's something that is an interesting topic of the conversation as we do get into a broader conversation of Black people and a capitulation to respectability politics and what that means to us as a group. And if it helps, it doesn't. But before we get into that, y'all see the guys. We are back. G, talk to him.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's G, host of the GSH Podcast, where we focus on family, friends, finances, freedom, and our future. Forget about everything else. Check it out wherever you get your pods. Search GSH POD. Ha.
All right. Beside him, it is the mayor pro temp of Charlotte. It is Black is Gold. Hey, Black, what's going on, brother? You muted.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy to be here, man. Unpack this current event and whatever else going on, man. Let's get it.
All right, I dig it. And Johnny, last but not least, 1/3. I think that's just your thing that's echoing, Johnny. Or maybe that was A Black. All right, so nonetheless, catch him rapping live on stage to Johnny P's Caddy on the Fall Off tour from J. Cole. What's going on, brother?
What up? Glad to be back. Another Wednesday, another good topic. Looking forward to a great convo.
Okay, I dig it. So, yeah. With that said, we're gonna kind of hop straight into it. There has been conversation about this ban that has happened, and so we'll start here and we'll branch our way out. Here we go.
University is making headlines after rolling out a new dress code just weeks before students return to campus. So the updated student handbook, it is banning bonnets, durags, slippers, and other casual attire in certain areas of campus. It also tightens rules around attendance, cell phone use, and classroom behavior. And students are expected to arrive on campus with at least one professional outfit. And the university says the changes are meant to prepare students for the workforce and reinforce standards that have been part of Tuskegee's culture. But the new rules are sparking debate online. Students say if they're paying for tuition and they're adults, they should be able to wear what they want to wear.
I should
but
be able
others
to look
are
like
arguing,
I just woke up and I'm lounging around in the house. That's what we saying?
Yep.
Come on.
That's what some are saying. Yep. But others are arguing that it's a private university and students knew the rules before they chose to attend. So what do you guys think?
I mean, just
I don't have a problem with that, especially if you're trying to teach kids, how to properly. Or if you're trying to teach kids, if you're preparing kids for the workforce, you know what I mean? Like I don't have a problem with that.
Why would you want to present yourself that way?
Outside
of your house, outside of your dorm.
Well, students do it because sometimes they got early classes and they try to just get up and go. But I went to Hampton University where you could not wear any of that to class. You could not wear pajamas. You had to dress up, and on certain days you had to wear business attire to class.
That's different.
There was no option. So if you came into class with a durag, a bonnet, or your pajama pants, or some fuzzies, or whatever, the teacher was gonna say, "Get out."
Now you don't gotta dress up, but you can do like these legging sets with some sneakers.
Who said that's different?
Yeah, no, you got
Which
to dress
a baseball cap, whatever. But it don't have to be a bonnet.
You got to be
slippers.
presentable.
You don't have to.
And that's what they always say. You got to be presentable.
And there's schools out there now that have fine dining restaurants. You have to wear business casual attire to these restaurants, and you have to be on time to these restaurants. And they don't want you to have your phone, because they want to teach you how to sit around the table and have a conversation with somebody and look them in the eyes. So I mean, I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, no, me neither. Like I said, when I went to school, they like on certain days you had to wear a jacket, a suit jacket, or a blazer. You had to have a tie on. And I remember going, and a lot of brothers didn't know how to tie their ties. So
all right, so we kind of gotten that. Let's see what Don Lemon thinks about this.
Let's talk about Tuskegee University's new dress code. Tuskegee is an HBCU in Alabama. It has banned bonnets, durags, and bedroom slippers on campus. The university says the policy is meant to prepare students for professional environments. Critics say it's respectability politics and that colleges shouldn't be policing how students dress on their campus. I don't see it that way. I see it differently. I don't think it's about respectability. I think it's about, and it's not about denying anybody's identity. I think it's about standards. College is supposed to prepare you for what is next, and whether you like it or not, most workplaces have expectations about how people present themselves. And to me, there is nothing wrong with a university asking students to practice those habits before they graduate. That's what it's about. And let me be clear, there's nothing unprofessional about natural black hair. This isn't about race. It's about showing up for the environment that you're in, okay? And I'm saying anybody on any campus, black, white, or anyone should obey the school's policy, obey the dress code. Don't show up in pajamas and in your bedclothes. I don't care who you are. Let me know what you think. Okay, if you watch today's show, you heard us talk about Tuskegee University's new dress code. Tuskegee is an HBCU in Alabama. It has banned bonnets.
All right, I think we have maybe one or two more that we're going to play just to give us some more background.
The report, Tuskegee University is rolling out a new dress for students. In a letter from President Mark Brown, students are now required to arrive on campus with a business suit and appropriate shoes if they're going to attend a business meeting. The letter also says students may not wear revealing clothes in class, in the cafeteria, or in official settings like convocation. And
convocation, damn.
Bonnets and durags.
That shit had to be bad.
Class or in the cafeteria.
Bro, to name the convocation is crazy.
Tonight's education.
That mean it happened there.
Yeah, that's crazy to even cite convocation as you gotta be here.
It shouldn't be this controversial. But Tuskegee University's ban on bonnets, durags, and pajamas in the classroom has people in an uproar. And what bothers me the most is the notion that bonnets and durags have become synonymous with Black identity, when Black culture has always taken pride in presentation. What's ironic is many of the same ones defending the right to wear bonnets in the classroom are the same ones cheering women on when they make story times about leaving their hinge date in a restaurant because he showed up to a 5-star dining experience wearing jeans and a t-shirt. So you do understand that different settings require different attire. This mindset is exactly why we have teens showing up to job fairs in hoodies, t-shirts, and slides, wondering why employers aren't taking them seriously, because the adults who should be teaching and modeling professionalism are instead encouraging the lowered bar, labeling any attempts at standards respectability politics. We've fallen so far from the standard of excellence our ancestors set for us. To look at photos of us during the Harlem Renaissance, the era of HBCUs in the early to mid 20th century, I Black people took tremendous pride in the way they presented themselves to the world. It wasn't about impressing another race. It was a reflection of the respect we had for ourselves. College isn't just about earning a degree. It's about preparing you for adulthood and the professional world. Part of that preparation is learning that there's a time and place for everything. The phrase Sunday's best came from our community. Even high schools have dress code. Why would it be outrageous that a university preparing young adults for the workforce would have one too? You're not going to convince me that dropping the standards so low for our youth will yield any positive results. These students should be taught to respect themselves, the classroom, and the institution, and recognize that every environment isn't meant to be treated the same. Expecting college-age students to come to class dressed appropriately shouldn't be this controversial. But Tuskegee University's ban on bonnets, durags, and pajamas in the classroom has people in an uproar. And what bothers me the most is the notion that bonnets...
It started over.
All right. And with that said, I guess that gives us enough context to start with. So I guess there was nobody really gave like a defense of it. And I guess, is there anybody that sides on the side of that they should be allowed?
I could play contrarian for conversation's sake, but that's not necessarily what I personally agree with. But I can take the argument.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, same way. Like I can build the argument out bigger. And I guess we can start at just our initial opinions on it, and we can move from there.
So, I don't think.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, to me, like
Johnny Cake. Here it comes. All right.
No, I don't think it's that deep. Like people go like quote historical shit. I think it's just like it's a rule, and like it's a private university, and they created a rule, and it's supposed to like prepare you for the real world. And you can't deal with a rule. Like I think it's like but I don't think it's any deeper than like. Just follow the rules, like you going to school to learn and get an education, like it shouldn't be that deep.
Follow the rules. I got you. Could you wear a do-rag in the house, Johnny?
In the house, I could, yeah.
Could you wear it outside?
Nah.
Oh, I wore the do-rag everywhere back then.
You couldn't go to like the grocery store and that?
Do-rag was a part of the fit.
I couldn't go anywhere official with it. No, maybe like outside playing, and if I had to run somewhere. But like, no, I wouldn't get.
Let's as I throw the.
I used to have that little line. I used to have that line, and go ahead.
Let's do a quick culture check. Like the do-rag to an extent is a big piece of culture. And before we go into this, because I think that part of the conversation is really easy, we all going to agree on the same thing. But just to give some pre-context, starting with A-Black. Do-rags had an era in the Black community. I would love to hear your favorite do-rag. We used to have the all whites, the all black. Could have went red. Could have went with like the royal, the navy blue. They also was a time where they did the splits, where one side was white, one side was blue. Then you had the screens that was different colors.
That's right.
Like if you was a like whatever. I don't want to put categorizations on this. There was a time that the brim do-rag was a thing, or maybe not. Who knows? I'm trying to think if it came back. We had the velvet do-rags. There was a time where that came. What was your favorite do-rag? A-Black, talk to us.
I mean, for me, it was always a crisp black. I always kept it simple. It was
how did you rock it?
I always had nice hair, so it was always more so for maintenance, but like I was never really kind of covering my hair up unless it was just
okay, so you ain't wear it out.
Yeah, like and if I did, it was under the hat for more so like fashion, like you matching the hat, the color with the do-rag. It was more of a fashionable thing. It wasn't more like.
So was you going flap out, roll up, ponytail?
No, never flap out. That's the lamest shit ever. You gotta
they recently tried to make that.
There was a time where it was cool, but like it
Nah,
was
not
a
not
time.
not Eric.
When y'all say flap, when y'all say flap out, what y'all talking about? On the back?
Yeah, on the back.
It hang like a mullet, like
Where it just rained like a cape?
There
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
time.
yeah,
There was a
yeah,
time
yeah.
you could get it. You could get away with it.
No,
you can
Johnny,
roll
you
it
in the wrong
up, you can
neighborhood.
ball it up, you can.
Yeah,
The only way you could be flap out is if you just put the shit on, didn't tie nothing up, and it just laid over the shit, and the hat was like, like nothing was tied, nothing. It was everything just like was free flowing. That's the only way you can get away.
Like if the strings was laying.
Exactly. You just got the shit just like covered like a blanket. Pause. Like,
But yeah, my initial response to the whole thing is like Johnny said, I don't think it should have gotten as deep as it has. I think social media put the gasoline on it, and any prestigious. I mean, all the HBCUs are prestigious to me, but all the really big famous name schools are for some reason in the crosshairs for doing things that are normal. As a private institution, man, Booker T. Washington built this school like in Alabama, like so it's always been different. It's always been so like we gonna
George Washington Carver
our way. That's the thing with a private school. Is like finding the school that kind of fits you, whether you going to seminary, you going to a Christian school or whatever. But it's 104 other HBCUs. You pick the one that fits you, not going to the one trying to change it that's been there from the 1800s. So it's like I feel like people not seeing how regressive the students have gotten with the dress, man. It's like, yeah, you have chill days and moments. We all have, but it's bad, man. And they're
you on the HBCU campus right now, right?
And if you at a private,
you work at it on the HBCU
where money is tight and you're not getting a lot of government grants and funding because you got Trump and the beautiful bill and shit, like donors are always coming to campus. So imagine you coming to a campus and you ready to invest in the future, and you see bonnets and and just the niggas is wearing bonnets too, almost more than the girls.
This is
not,
true.
Not even gay
this
niggas. Is like
true.
the dudes are wearing bonnets, and so
that's unacceptable.
Yeah, big worm
coming to meet the president. They giving you a tour, and you see this, like you see people walking around like.
My little brother be put that.
So
he'll throw the bonnet. Well, he used to throw the bonnet on. Niggas with dreads throw the bonnet
power of perception, and like you sending your kid to school to be trained a certain way. And private schools are given a specific specialization that you want for your kid. If you want to go into West Point Academy, you're training for military forces. You're getting conditioned away. You got to cut your hair. You got to wear white. You got to do different things. If you don't like that, you go to A&T, you go to Central, you go to UNCG. But it's all these choices. But these kids, I feel like they want to like change centuries of culture and standards that's been at these schools. Like none of this shit is new. If anything, it's returning because it's kind of eased up. They let shit lax up, but it's gotten so bad. But it's like, all right, we gotta bring standards. Like murmurs of dress code has been going on at a lot of schools. It's just like people been scared to pull the trigger because of this pseudo backlash. But when you look at the comments, and most people are in support of it, like because they know like if you sending your kid to a school and they got a standard, you more respecting that than saying, oh yeah, just go dress any kind of way. Because when they live with you, you don't let them dress any kind of way. You don't let them present themselves in any type of way in the world because you know what perception means for real. It's not all about it's how you are on the inside. Or if you're a good student, you should come in there with your thong out or some flip flops and like you have to train people because then they get in the world and you looking around at adults and you're wondering why they don't got basic skills, why they don't got soft skills, why they would wear something so revealing, like why they come in smelling like this, because shit is not being taught. And it's like you try to teach something and it's oppressive. It's policing. Like, no, it's teaching, it's conditioning, it's crafting you to be a certain way. And if you don't like the way of that trajectory of this private institution, you go to another one. It's so simple. But it shouldn't be such a fight. Like, bro, just scare yourself. You got time. Like, oh, they students, they tired in the morning. They just want to go to class. No, bro, get the fuck up, man. niggas built these HBCUs with bricks, brick by brick, literally. Like you got all the comforts in the world. Get up, present yourself properly, cause you don't know who you're walking to on campus. It be mayors and governors and celebrities and millionaires every day crossing paths, and you can have the opportunity to meet somebody, and you looking crazy as hell. Like, and I don't get why people want to act like perception is not real and how we look don't matter. It's not saying that you can't do it sometimes, or you wear a durag, you're a dummy, or you a bonnet, and but it's like, bro, it's a time and a place. It's life. That's in the jungle when you survive and you camouflage and you gotta blend in.
So, like,
I don't. Real quick, G, before you go, I do want to ask A Black one quick question. All right, so you said that don't go to that private institute wearing that durag. What are some what are some colleges you think that they should or they could get off wearing the bonnet and the durag?
A college that hasn't made it a rule. I mean, it's plenty of them.
Okay.
It's thousands. It's not like a
I was trying to be
It don't make the
stereotypical.
college less than or better than. It's that this one has this rule and this one has this. Spelman is an all-girls school. As a male, am I going to apply there, get rejected, and now I want to sue them for, they should change it. I spent my dream school. I always want to go to Spelt. Like, but this is the climate we in. It's just like you don't get your way, you want to tear everything down, and it's like, bro, it's so many options of education. The point is the education, and if your dream school is crushing your dreams, it ain't your dream school no more. Go somewhere else, cause they don't want you to wear bonnets. Like,
gotcha. So I just wanted to
go to college and get changed, man. You ain't changing the college. The shit been there before us. It's gonna be there after us. It's called, that's why it's called legacies and traditions and all the shit that we promote at these institutions. It's supposed to craft you into a better person. These coming in like, we want to change everything here, and they ain't even got no damn 3.0 or nothing, or really got no motion going on. And then the students that have 4.0s is getting internships that's like involved, they not dressing like that. They not coming in like in no bonnets and shit. Like, they're presenting themselves every day like that. I'm trying to prepare myself for my future. So you got some serious people and unserious people. And if you want an institution where I want this shit like running like Hogwarts, we about to cut all the fat, because we don't want this kind here. We trying to create a certain kind. But it's not new. Like Envy was saying, it's at Hampton. It's been at certain schools, what they call the Black Ivy Leagues, and all these places. Like, they have these standards in place to create the culture that they want to curate, And if you ain't fucking with it, just find your culture. I don't get the pushback for real.
Gotcha. So A Black took it in a way more serious route on that last question. I just wanted to get off some HBCU jokes. I'm an HBCU alumni, and I mean, I feel like if I was to throw some hate, I feel like you can go to Elizabeth City State University and get that bonnet and durag off. I feel like you possibly Fayetteville State. If we go deep south, I think you can get that bonnet and durag off at FAMU.
Definitely at South Carolina State.
But not
Benedict.
Hey, Johnny, you can't do that. You went to a PWI. Man, gotta leave you out there right now. You went to a PWI.
I partied over there though. I partied over there though.
I think that we're gonna see some durags at and bonnets at Winston-Salem State. Howard, no, that's prestigious. We're gonna come with a tie, maybe a nice polo shirt. Spelman, Morehouse. I think Central. Listen, #1 law program in the mother state. So yeah, I think the further you go south, once we get swag, I'm talking Prairie View, bonnet and durag. Texas Southern. No, all right. So let me stop. All right. So
it sounds like the E word.
What's the E word mean?
Elitism.
How's that? What does that mean? I don't know. I think Southern, you wear a polo. That's another. They all in the same area. I'm CIAA MEAC, so we kind of have like conference rivalries as well. But talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, having gone to a HBCU, I was surprised that this was even a headline, frankly, because I just thought that was like a HBCU thing that was customary, particularly as somebody who was in the school of business. Like, you had to have a professional outfit because anytime you presented or stood in front of the class, you expected to dress a certain way. But for the school to specifically name the convocation, like, if your convocation don't have a dress code, then I don't really know what like to speak on, because not only did my convocation have a dress code, I think all the freshmen wore the same outfit. Like, it was like white with a black tie type shit. Like, it was like niggas was trying to be uniform. And we had the honor of having Maya Angelou speak at our shit, which was crazy. So it's like, you know, just like you said, you a university, you trying to bring in like elite minds, thinkers, researchers, and when they show up, they see niggas in durags and bonnets. It's just like, it's a time and place. Now, granted, if you live on campus, does that mean you should never get caught in your bonnet or tie like outside your room? I wouldn't go that far. Like, look, I grew up in the era to the point where the durags had to match the fitted, had to match the fit. Like, I had a whole
headband, had a complimentary headband.
Durags on, like, that was a staple. Like, and I had the 360. Like, it was just, and what was most important with you asked the question about favorite durag. My thing about the durag was
favorite durag.
One, I had to wear my shit inside out because I had that real thick hair and I didn't want that split down the middle.
Listen, that's a.
So I had to look at like what that was like.
That's a pro tip.
Because I ain't want that. I ain't want that split.
You did have to have that part on the outside.
You walking around with 2 180s.
And I didn't want too long of a bow on the shit. Pause. So I ain't like the extra large strap. So I wanted my shit cool.
You should run it. Not all right. So you was ponytail.
Boom.
Yeah, that was that
like, yo, it was too smooth, man. Like, but that aside, like, I'm a like I said, I grew up with the durags from high school to college. Durags was a part of the culture, but wearing it to class, like, I don't say I never did it, but there was like this idea that, like, to me, the rules just simply said, like, it said if you're presenting, if you're doing this, something official, but it just sounds like people are just showing up. Because I'm gonna be honest too, like, for the ladies going to Winston-Salem State, they overdress. It was like, oh yeah, you didn't have to tell them to dress up. They stepped out dressed.
Winston had them. We
stepped out dressed. Like
those Rams
to the bookstore, to the anywhere in the breezeway, like class, library.
Yeah,
it did not matter. Like,
I didn't see one
Ram Shack
out with a bonnet on my whole 4 years, and I'm not even exaggerating.
You said, like, on the weekend, okay, you see them, they out, they chilling during the day, etc.
Going to the grocery store, fine. Like,
back in the day, like today's bonnet used to be the like the scarf. It used to be like the pink scarf back in the day. You'll see some girls go to the calf early morning with the scarf on.
Yeah, or the scarf. Nobody ain't saying nothing about scarf because I feel like,
but because girls didn't really wear the bonnet back in the day, and they put the little scarf.
They had a wrap,
they
little
did
wrap thing
with the scarf.
They would wrap that bitch in a circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder why people hate the bonnets more than the scarves. Because I do feel like the scarves.
No, the bonnet, because the bonnet shit look like a shower cap. You can't even finesse the bonnet because if you do the other shit, you could do that and then put like a nice like scarf over your shit and it could hit and it's like you doing some stylish shit. The bonnet just look like a fucking shower cap. Like you about to get in the shower or some shit. It's big worm. Like you can. It's tough to get away with the bonnet and make it look like you did that on purpose to match the outfit. Yes, like Steve, I agree. It's mammy-ish. It's like, yo, the bonnet is crazy.
I saw one comment say they disagree.
Yeah, he said he's gonna call in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
but
we'll talk about it.
I do want to say though, it's an interesting conversation in that this is a thing as it relates to black schools, because at white schools this is not a conversation, and they don't really press dress codes on white students. And having been on white campuses, they definitely will show up
any kind of way,
dressed in athletic
when it comes
wear.
when it comes to presentations and stuff, there is still an expectation there.
We gotta be 10 times better.
This is Johnny expertise, the whites.
Yeah, the whites. So Johnny, as we talk through that, what was your favorite way you as a tether wore your durag?
I ain't no tether, nigga.
Oh, my bad.
I ain't no tether, nigga. I mean, like the ponytail, he tied it up in the knot.
I feel like Rock Hillians, y'all almost look like American tethers now.
Oh, damn, Johnny, he's shitting on the set.
All right, I'm joking.
I mean, like,
but not really, but I'm joking. But I'm serious.
Okay, like, I mean, okay, like, I really.
But go ahead,
niggas,
talk to us. Talk to us. How you used to wear your durag?
I mean, I don't really like. You just tied it up and like you said, I did like the little ponytail.
Okay.
Like, you know, little ponytail and like, you know, just kind of wrap it up. I like the velvet joint though.
You was going two-tone. That mean you was wearing do-rags later when the velvet came out. That was later.
Nah, I mean I started out with the little. I mean I really started out with the stocking cap trying to get the wave. I really like it. Really started with the stocking.
You got good hair and you was trying to get the waves, right?
I mean I was trying to get 360. My
right, yeah, I know. Trying, right, yeah, right.
Like, right. Like, I mean, it wasn't automatic. Nigga still had to put the little sporting wave in it.
Yeah.
Brush it, you know. I probably didn't have to brush it as much as y'all, but I mean, I still had to put in a few.
And these niggas don't even have a wave.
This nigga stupid.
1,000 brushes, like, you know.
All right, hey fellas, we do got a call in the backside.
Nigga.
Yeah, I said it better that time. Shout out to Chaotic Truth Live. I'm gonna bring him up to the stage. Talk to us, brother.
I don't know. Is my mic okay?
Yeah,
Salute to you guys.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I did not go to an HBCU. I went to a beautiful, not to say that the HBCUs aren't beautiful, but I went to a very beautiful, predominantly white institution in Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
Over 20 years ago.
Okay.
My institution, the institution that I graduated from, the campus was beautiful. Okay. The dorms were immaculate. The white women.
Can you shout out the institution?
I went to Kent State University.
Okay, Kent State. Okay, familiar.
Yeah, we're known for the May. We're known for the May 4th shooting. The white women. The white women looked like angels from above. They did. I'm just gonna be honest about it. They did. And I'm not even into white girls. They really did.
I'm not even into white girls. This thing is hedging. Talking about hedging. Oh my goodness.
I'm not into white. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I
Johnny, you find your kinfolk. You and Trey.
I did never. You never heard me say that.
Right, so keep going, my brother. Keep going.
The amenities on campus were impeccable. Our recreation center at the time was about 5 years old. They had recently built about 10 dorms. This was back in 2003 when I was on campus. We had an incredible network of systems on our campus. The showers were always warm and cozy. You know, the dorms always smelt like roses because it was constantly being cleaned.
Wet though.
You may be asking, well, what does this have to do with bonnets? What does this have to do with bonnets? Well, I'll tell you. I did not go to an elite university. I didn't go to a university that was in the top 100. But my university in 2003 was so beautiful that at the time, had administration said, we want you guys to wear a certain type of apparel. We want you guys to do this. Our campus would have gave them the biggest middle finger ever. Fuck. Can we curse over here?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Would have said, fuck you. Now, mind you, we had everything it was like Disney. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It was like Disney World being on campus. It's a white campus. Okay. This is a beautiful campus.
Beautiful.
And we would have told them, fuck you. If they had told us, you can't wear your do-rags on. Believe it or not, guys, I had allegedly 360-degree waves back in the day. Allegedly. I used to wear my do-rags to class. The white girls, they used to come to class wearing their pajamas. Black girls didn't really wear bonnets back in the early 2000s. I never saw it before.
Yeah.
But used to come to class sometimes with rollers on and
rollers. Oh, that's wild.
Rollers is crazy.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, they get up 7. We had.
They used to have the doobie wraps inside.
Yeah, we had classes that started at 7 in the morning. So black girls used to come to class with their rollers in sometime, looking like Aunt Jemima. Now, this is a campus that gave us all the amenities. Look at Howard. Look at a lot of these HBCUs and look at what the students say online about those campuses. Oh, the dorms, the heat is never working. Oh, the water is leaking from the ceiling. Oh, if you notice, a lot of these HBCU kids always are complaining about something with these HBCUs.
Okay. So hold on, let me ask you a question.
I'm not done yet, but
wait. You keep going.
You gotta let me. Well, you gotta.
I do want to let.
You a guest. So you gotta follow. You got follow.
I'm on a roll here. You gotta.
But you roll. Is the premise of your point that to have a dress code you have to have a certain quality or like what's the let's get to the point of your
AG.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
But before you get there, tell me more about what people from Howard say.
Howard,
they've been in the news recently.
My wife actually graduated from Howard, but they've been in the news year after year. Is always something with that goddamn financial aid with them students.
And they always say, are you from Ohio or are you first generation?
G.
Y'all gotta let him cook.
Hold on, man. This is why.
This is why
Kent State is not in the top.
There's got to be some pushback at some point.
We number
conversation.
Hold on, because he's saying.
The pushback better come.
He's saying a lot. We gotta respond to it because I don't want to get lost in it. But
right now,
real quick.
This is a new guy.
In a nutshell,
go ahead, talk to us.
Tuskegee University is in no position to tell those kids what the fuck to wear. Let those little black girls walk around with bonnets. That is a part of black culture.
No, it's not, man.
Let those black boys.
Hey, y'all, let him get his shit off.
We let him talk.
It's not, or am I not gonna be allowed? Am I gonna be allowed to talk?
So, I'm gonna give you about 2 more minutes.
Finish.
Kind of summarize all your points, and then we're gonna drop into it. So,
what I'm saying is, if I can land my plane, right? I gotta switch my mic. Give me a second. Let me switch my mic real quick. Hold on.
Good.
My mic.
You can only talk with the right mic. You on a roll. We can still hear you.
I have a, but it's my laptop mic. Anyway,
we can still hear you clear.
If I could just land my plane, could see if Harvard, Princeton, NYU, Cornell University, I could see if the elite Ivy Leagues or the Ivy League adjacent universities, MIT, had a dress code. They have a pipeline to the greatest corporations. My little niece just graduated from Princeton. She's been working at Bain Capital. It's a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar financial institution. But a lot of these state colleges, a lot of these HBCUs don't have a direct pipeline to the greatest companies on the planet for those kids. So it don't matter what the fuck they wear. It don't matter what they wear. Most of these kids from state colleges and these HBCUs either end up working for the government or some nonprofit. They don't end up working at JP Morgan Chase from no
government got a dress code.
1 minute. Keep going.
What I'm saying is that that's the best that these institutions can get these kids is to work at some government job, basically welfare job or some nonprofit. The truth of the matter is that if the elites are not, if the elite schools, I'm just gonna go on mute. You don't want to hear what I gotta say. If the elite schools, if the elite schools are not making a demand for these kids to dress a certain way, then certainly state colleges and HBCUs should never do it. They should never ever. I would be appalled if I was a black girl waking up at 6:30 a.m. and I got my bonnet on, and I can't go to class with my bonnet on. I'd say this is against the Crown Act. This is a part of my culture, and my ancient ancestors have been wearing bonnets for eons. That's it.
Can I go?
Okay. All right, so A Black, the floor is yours.
First off,
damn it, it's not that much.
Hold on, man. Let me go, man. You know why you say Kent State ain't in the top 100 or nothing? They don't have to deal with shit when you number one like Howard. The last thing is state. You getting state funding, but y'all legacy is obviously beautiful buildings and white girls. Cause I don't know shit else about Kent State, but listen to this. Howard is a private school. Tuskegee is a private school. You said they can't tell them what to do. Yes, they can. That is the whole premise of a private school. If you take your money and you build a school and you erect it and you get funding and you want a certain type of standard, you have that privilege because it's the school that you created. It's a private school. You don't want to do that, you can go to Kent State and maybe you get a job working with JP Morgan Chase or whatever validates you as success. But coming through HBCUs, a lot of them have infrastructure since the 1800s and shit. Yeah, buildings leak and all of this shit, but that don't take away from the character of what people are getting at these schools. And you can tell people what to do at a private institution. That's the difference between private. They're not state schools that you're saying. Howard got to get their own money. Tuskegee got to get their own money. So if I got donors coming to my campus, you can't look any kind of way. We're a standard. We're the Black Ivy League. And you're talking from a place of privilege. They can do that at these schools because we got to be 10 times better. Because everybody's looking at these all black institutions to be better. So you comparing things that are uncomparable. Like, I respect you went to college and you educated, but the HBCU experience is not the same. So you can't judge it from the same parameters. And when you are a private institution, that is literally the point. I'm setting the rules of the type of people that I want to mold here. This is how we do it here. This is not an oppressive thing. This is not policing your culture. This is what we do at this private institution. You send your kids to Hogwarts, they got to do fucking magic or they got to go. Like, you have institutions that are set aside because somebody thought I need to build a school because I want them to do trades. I want them to do agriculture. I think that's where the value is. I'm going to build Tuskegee. You might not like that. You might like what W.E.B. Du Bois do. And you might want to focus on thought and critical theory. And that might be the most value. So you build your institution. And that's the whole purpose of it. Now, as a student, I get to choose. Where do I want to go? Well, over there, they don't let me wear a bonnet, so I don't know. But I might be a student where I don't wear a bonnet no way. And I like this school, and I vibe with this culture. This is what I want. That's the point of having choices. If everybody's the same, if it's a blanket society, then what's the point of differences? It should be one big American government school with just different locations. But the beauty of the choice, the beautifulness that you're speaking of is I can choose something that fits me. That's why you send your kids on college visits and you do tours and stuff. You find a culture that fits you. You don't go into it trying to change shit that's been there for 150 years. You find the shit that fits you. That might be community college. You can get up at 6:30 and wear a bonnet. But if I'm going to West Point Academy, I'm training to be in the military. I gotta cut my hair in a bowl cut, and I gotta follow their standards. Cause they got a certain trajectory and a path of the product that they're trying to produce. And I'm a private school. This is the product I got. So I have to sell this to my donors. This is what we're producing. Clean cut people. They don't wear bonnets. They wear suits. Cool. We want to invest in that. Other school, we give state money. Wear what you want. We getting state money anyway. Do what you want. We have nobody to answer to.
Got you. I'm gonna throw it back to our guy Chaotic.
Can I get in pause after that?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do 2 minutes on the timer, and then we'll just keep ping ponging. Chaotic, go ahead.
There's a great.
Oh, there you go. All right.
There's a great pastor by the name of Pastor Manning. He's been saying this for 25 years. The black man does not understand the world. And I just listened to a guy who does not understand the world. The problem is the illusion of what you think is a private institution. My fella, Howard is a private institution in name only. Howard is funded largely by the government, by the federal government, just like a state college. Howard, sir, don't get me wrong, incredible alumni. But Howard is not producing. Howard does not have the same output as the Ivies or the Ivy adjacent.
Howard produced your wife.
I was quiet the entire.
Howard.
Sir, what I mean, sir, is when you guys go get a job, I bet none of you guys are working for a company created by a Howard man. When you guys need a loan from a bank, you guys aren't getting a loan from a bank that was created by a Howard man or woman. I'm not. You think I'm up here? You think I get off on going in on the HBCUs? No, I don't. The fact is,
we create our own jobs.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir,
lawyers.
Am I not allowed to talk over here?
You trolling or are you talking?
Brother, I wish I was trolling. I wish that I was pulling your leg, as they say. But these are the things you blacks. Howard, is that me or is that you guys? Oh, my mic just went up. Shit, maybe that's me. Shit, I can't hear shit.
Hey, we can't hear you, Q.
Oh, my bad. I thought y'all could hear me. That was me. That was the timer. But
let this nigga finish his thought though. Let this nigga finish before I go. Let's let him finish his thought before I go. But I want to finish his thought, and then I would like to interject with.
The thing is that
chaotic. I'm gonna put 30 seconds on it. Try and surmise
15. No, 15.
Yeah, just give me 30 seconds. Just give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
Just give me 30 seconds.
It's going.
The world works on semiconductors, steel, concrete, shipping, and logistics. The world doesn't work on N-word babble that I'm hearing right now. Howard doesn't produce. These HBCUs don't produce on the magnitude that keeps this planet going. So you can't demand that these kids look a certain way. It's appalling. It's absurd. Go ahead.
All right, there we go. All right, G, it's on you, my brother.
All right, look, I gotta get more than 30 seconds. Pause.
Oh no, I'm giving you 2 minutes.
All right, so I just want to preface by saying this nigga said bonnets are black culture. That's one of the craziest statements to claim that bonnets are a part of culture, therefore deserve to just be like worn. Where it's like that's one of the craziest things. But that aside, when we talk about the institution of Tuskegee University, okay, they're actually at the forefront, known as a STEM university. And one of their biggest contributions as a whole is engineering and technology, including aerospace engineering and mechanical, chemical, and civil engineering, which go to the point that you just spoke to as it relates to certain fields and what produces to the economy, et cetera. Now, outside of that, they still got health sciences, but in addition, they work with Fortune 500 companies that heavily recruit from this university. It's one of the best HBCUs in the country. The Boeings, Lockheed Martin, Chevron, Microsoft, IBM, Intel, General Electric. You want to go agriculture, Procter & Gamble, John Deere, Caterpillar, Cargill, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, finance, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, PwC, Amazon, NASA, FBI, USDA. Like, Tuskegee produces a ton of talent in these fields that you claim aren't available for blacks. And so this idea that HBCUs don't produce talent is, and then you go to Kent State, but then you talk about schools that don't even, it's like, I don't even understand your angle, because by your definition, like, what you're trying to say is that because you're not a quote unquote, I guess, elite, you don't get to have a dress code. It just doesn't make any sense.
All right, and I'm gonna throw the A Black. Talk to me, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's even more reason you should be trying to have a dress code or have a standard to get it up to a certain thing. But like I said, man, I know a Howard hater when I hear one, and I don't even gotta run down our resume. Like, I mean, we talk about the illustrious Tuskegee, the airmen. Like, we got the first black judge, Thurgood Marshall. Like, we got great black thinkers. Like, I haven't heard of one nigga from Kent State in my life. So when you talk about what it producing, and then you married to a Howard woman, it's like you gotta be trolling or you gotta be hating. Cause there's not no logic behind it. Cause all the numbers gonna speak for itself. Like, you ain't even, you talking about Howard and Tuskegee, bro. Like, really? And you talking about buildings and lawns and like that shit matters.
And white women,
it's nice. And white,
they get points because they got white women.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's an open and shut combo, man. Because it's a private school, private institutions. Angels do what they want. They set their rules, and you either abide by them or you don't go to.
Hey, check the private check, Q.
Okay.
White angels.
White,
that sweet white nectar. Nigga love it.
Made you feel cute. Probably thought you was real funny.
All right, so G, you got 25. Oh, A Black, you got 22 more seconds. If not, I guess my guy Johnny threw this into the chat for us to look at. Then I'll go back to you, Chaotic Truth. This says Howard Endowment versus Kent State Endowment. When comparing the endowments of Howard University versus Kent State University, Howard holds a significant larger financial endowment. That's my bad. A notable milestone, given that Howard is a historically black university, navigating the well-documented endowment gap relative to its student size and overall operating budget. Howard University endowment approximately $1.1 billion. Howard made history by becoming the first university to cross the 1 billion threshold in net endowment assets. Kent State University endowment approximately $218.5 million, managed via the Kent State University Foundation.
Maybe Howard should buy Kent State. Like, can you look up how much Howard graduates make compared to Kent State graduates?
All right, so
we ain't got to do black.
I'm gonna get Johnny to send that one into me. But I will throw back to you, Mr. Chaotic Live. You got 2 minutes on the clock.
And I know he's not even from Ohio.
I don't need 2 minutes.
Okay.
I need less than that.
Less than that. All right. Either way, I'm gonna start going. Go ahead.
Now, I'm assuming some of you guys went to Howard or an HBCU.
Just one of our guys. A Black.
Name me someone you know right now that's a managing director, someone right now working on an R&D for Apple, ACOM, Lockheed Martin. Do it right now. Any HBCU, just do it. There's somebody you know right now that works there.
I'm not dropping their governments, but I know a handful.
I can run off.
They're managing directors. Because I bet this.
Director and
minutes to the host. I thought I had time to talk.
You asked a question, nigga.
I bet right now if we went to any of the top engineering firms, I bet if we went to the top companies in America, I can go to their leadership board. I can go to their board of directors. You don't really see no HBCU grads, bro.
Do you see Kent State grads?
Hey, hold on, chill, G. I got a question.
You mostly will see individuals, typically white, who have graduated from the elite universities. So I'm going to say this again. The elite universities are the only schools that should demand a dress code. And since they don't, Howard, Tuskegee, Mary Bethune Cookman, all these Bama ass schools, Howard's a good school. They shouldn't require those kids to do shit other than bring your black ass to class.
I got one question for my man. I got one question. Hey, Black, can I ask him one question?
Okay.
Hey, do you think like the lack of representation is indicative of the quality of said schools, or would it be like a bigger vice out there that all black people are fighting, no matter what school
you asked the best question so far, Johnny. Most of you blacks are a generation or two away from sharecropping.
What do you call yourself if you're not black? I just gotta understand.
Able to answer
I don't want to hear the answer.
Am I not gonna be able to answer? Am I not gonna be able to? Okay.
When you say you black,
let him answer. Let him answer the question.
Go on mute.
But what is you black?
The reality of the
situation. We'll get to that later.
Is that most blacks are a generation or two removed from sharecropping. Most of your grandmammies, most of your grandpappies were on the porch popping peas and working in the field. A lot of you blacks don't even need to be.
Bro,
that answers Johnny's question.
How do you identify?
I identify as an American first.
Just like Johnny. Just like Johnny. So are you a part of you blacks when you say you blacks?
Sir, what do you think? How about that?
No, nigga. So you can't answer a question. Are you a part of you blacks?
Sir,
I understand.
I am
English,
not a part.
The way you phrase it,
the way that you blacks think, I can't be a part of you because I don't think like you. I can't be a part of this ignorance.
Oh. Ask the follow-up question, G. I'm sure.
What do you? So you just identify as an American?
I identify as an American. Now,
where your grandparents
you call me
from?
Black?
Where your grandparents from?
My maternal grandparents are from Alabama. Do you want the city?
Where your paternal grandparents from?
My father's parents are from Tennessee. I'm American, sir. I go back hundreds of years. Freedmen too. We weren't slaves or none of that shit. I don't know nothing about that. Nobody in my family ever talked about any of that slave bullshit. I'm a freedman, sir.
So that's great. That's great. So you none of your ancestors were ever enslaved?
Never, not one. We don't have any white DNA. Most of my family is dark skinned, super dark. We have a few Negroes who are like copper tone, but I don't come from whatever. I don't.
When did your people get over here? If y'all was never slaves?
Well, the paperwork for my maternal side goes back is the late 1600s. My dad's side is a little iffy. It's like
what paperwork go back to the late 1600s? Is it on? Let me guess. You looked it up on the internet.
Sir, we've kept documents, and my family has been literate for hundreds of years. We kept documents, sir.
Paperwork.
We kept document.
Paperwork.
My family was literate. Yeah.
And so I think that you have like an interesting story that you're
absolutely
producing to us. You said that y'all were freedmen. Your parents have never been, or nobody in your lineage has ever been slaves.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Okay, that's a different statement.
Your people were from Alabama and were black and were never slaves?
Never. Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, what were they? Inside like 1600,
well, you do know that a lot of blacks were slavers. And you do know a lot of blacks were beating the shit out of whites and blacks. And that's what I come from. I don't come from slaves. I come from
y'all were slaving them whites. Y'all were slaving them whites and blacks.
You look in history. A lot. Look in history. That's why, like when I see white,
when you say a
lot of blacks were beating the dog shit out of whites and enslaving them. You goddamn right.
Oh, you are black.
Of course, I'm black. What are you?
What about you American? You say so? Are you American or you black?
I identify as American first.
But when you say you blacks, are you black or not?
No, he's not.
Of course, I am a copper-colored man.
So when you say you blacks, you're a part of that.
Hey, I love this because he used all the FBA terms. This is fun.
So are you a part of you blacks or not?
Of course, I'm black like you guys.
But
if anything, I'm blacker.
But when you say you blacks in context, you're not talking about yourself.
No, because when I say you blacks, I literally mean that as an insult. Because I hear,
but you're black too, right?
I hear, yeah. Sometimes I'm ignorant too, but I hear a bunch of guys who don't understand the world. You don't. You're speaking the white man's language. You're wearing his clothes. You got his car outside and
wearing his clothes.
Who clothes are you wearing?
Like, nigga, what are you wearing? Let me.
I'm wearing LeBron.
I'm wearing the white man's clothes. You goddamn right. But see, I acknowledge it.
So nobody is you are Q. This nigga's a troll, Q. Like
I'm not a troll.
Yeah, I'm not a troll. This nigga don't make no sense.
I'm a troll.
Y'all are wearing white man's clothes, and he's wearing white man's clothes.
But you don't admit to it. See, I admit to it.
I don't have to admit this shit, nigga. This shit say Nike, motherfucker.
I'm not a troll.
I don't got to admit to nothing. It's a big Nike logo on this shit, nigga.
Now I'm a motherfucker. Now I'm a motherfucker.
Yeah, nigga, you a motherfucking nigga, nigga. You a black motherfucking trolling ass nigga is what you is, nigga.
A lot. Can we just have a nice discourse?
Nah, cause you blacks don't know how to have a nice.
Hey, people who wear durags and bonnets talk like this though.
Hey, look, man, I'm not gonna listen to you just keep talking. I can over talk a nigga just talking that bullshit all day. I didn't
call you a motherfucker though.
I don't give a fuck what you call what. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about, nigga. You not saying
you black.
Relevant. You not saying shit is relevant. You just a troll.
Q, can we get back to the conversation? Now, I mean, I'm over here being called.
Hey, nigga, Q, don't tell me what to do, nigga. Nigga, you gotta talk to G now, nigga. What is you talking about? What is you saying? Like, nigga, what is you running from?
What is your question, G?
I don't have a question.
Don't run from it.
I just don't want you to talk, nigga.
Oh, so now I
can't man, check the DMs, man. Get the facts, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. My thing.
I can troll too.
I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I do think that this gentleman, Chaotic Truth Live, he is presenting a fun, interesting POV that we can go down. I think that as well. GA Black, y'all are giving him also what he's looking for is the reaction.
I love it.
But to me, I think that I would love to go down more of the intellectual path that he's on to kind of like this is an interesting fact check that I would love to see, like some documentation of both sides of your parents never being enslaved.
He don't got no paperwork.
And like again, because we are like a channel that unfortunately. You know, a lot of our guys they lean to the FBA side of the game, and that lineage check ends up being like a topic of conversation. And so I think that that's interesting, especially if you can prove that is a thing. Again, I don't really get triggered by the you blacks thing. That's kind of like the way that conservatives speak within like the idea of Black people. But I would love to continue to unpack inside like a real debate format, which you're actually saying. And I think that
he not making real points though, Q.
Well,
you can't criticize niggas for wearing white people's clothing when you got on when nobody's talking about white people's clothing. When you got on white people's clothes, you creating things out of thin air.
I think that all you have to do is just rebuttal them and inside the same format.
I'd rather get messy. If he gonna be silly, I can respond silly. Like
I get that. Respond
to a real premise.
And I think that we can have a good conversation. We know that the over talking thing.
Stick to a real premise.
It dilutes kind of what we're trying to go to. But if we stay within the 2-minute time frame, which I'm trying to give everybody, I think that we can flesh out some ideas in which I think that there is good ideas and bad ideas being presented right now. And it takes nothing but actually articulating the points to do it instead of us just trolling each other. So with that said, G, I will give you the next 2 minutes, or if you want 30 seconds, just to propose a question to my guy, Chaotic, that's going to land us inside a better conversation. Or more fluid conversation.
Let me get 2 minutes. Let me just get 2 minutes to say, and then I'll be quiet. Okay. And then I'll be quiet. And then I'll be quiet.
Here goes 2 minutes. There you go.
All right. So, in all seriousness, I will be quiet when this nigga speaks if he don't say something ridiculous. And something ridiculous is an example by saying you creating these straw mans where it's irrelevant to the topic just to try and stir shit up. And if you want to stir shit up, we can stir shit up. We can just get up here and yell, argue.
That's not fun. Let's have a conversation.
It's not fun, but I'd rather have a real conversation. So to bring up a point of view of, oh, you guys wear white people's clothing when nobody's talking about clothing, nobody's talking about like anything like that, doesn't make any sense. And then when I say, well, what kind of clothes you got on? You like, it's the white man's clothes, but I'll admit it. Nobody's denying anybody's clothing at any point. It's like, let's just have a real conversation where it don't got to get into this idea of just like saying silly shit that don't even make sense. And if we're going to be honest about like elite institutions, basically his whole premise, by definition, there is maybe a handful, single digit number, 5 to 8 elite institutions in the United States. By the way he's talking in terms of Ivy League CEOs, executives, etc., who go to certain schools. Nobody's disagreeing with say that the bulk of elites go to elite institutions. That's not a wrong statement. But what does that have to do with Tuskegee having a dress code? Nothing. And that's just my point. Is like can we have an honest conversation about what it means to have a dress code in an honest way about the actual code versus making it a way to demean or belittle an institution because they're not one of the top 8 institutions in the United States when, as you're admitting, you yourself went to Kent State. Like we're all in the same boat. Just because you go to one place or the other doesn't mean one place can have a dress code. That's all I'm saying. Like let's have a real conversation about dress codes.
All right. Chaotic Truth Live. I'll give it to you.
I don't need 2 minutes.
True. What am I? True. How about this? True. Why don't you ask the question, and I'll just give you a direct answer. Would you mind that, sir? What is the question? True.
Cruz, are you talking to me?
Cruz. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cruz. I got bad eyesight. I thought it said Cruz. Cruz.
You got bad eyesight with glasses?
Yeah.
Are those just? Are you just got those on for fashion, brother? Is the whole thing a disguise?
I don't. My time is. I have time. Can we please?
Your time is paused, brother. Your time is paused. I'm not interjecting on this time, right, Q? We restarted for it, brother.
Not at all.
I ain't never heard a nigga with glasses say I can't see. I just want to say that for the record.
Q,
sounds fraudulent.
Can we get this started, Q, please? What is the question, Q?
Yeah, so
go ahead.
So y'all were within the conversation. I was attempting to not be in it. But I'll throw the A Black if you do have like more of a straightforward question. It sounds like you said you wanted like
Yeah, no, I just wanted to
okay.
I wanted him to answer to the actual facts. I mean, he was kind of saying things about HBCUs and how particularly when all the numbers point that Howard is better than Kent State in every way. So, you know, these are the actual facts. You got your feelings of beautification, but I put the facts in the chat. Q kind of flash them on the screen. He can put them back up, and we can kind of debt the whole. There's some type of better or quality education you're getting from your beautiful white schools than we get from HBCUs because the numbers are saying otherwise, and that's just Howard. I mean, I can throw Spelman against y'all; they're gonna beat you. I can throw probably A&T, Central. I can throw a couple schools, and they'll probably beat Kent State in every way. Low endowment, low graduation rate, like below average in every kind of way. Y'all not producing really nothing. Trolls apparently, and niggas that marry Howard girls. But here are the facts. I got multiple sources, and we can kind of dead that conversation of your initial premise that you got some type of superiority over HBCUs because of buildings, uh, and infrastructure. You don't. So that's dead.
He can't even get a good optometrist.
All right. So I'm gonna throw to you now, my guy, and I think that this is probably the part that I think that we're missing in translation is that right now y'all are to a piece giving him exactly what he's troll. Not, I don't even want to say that he's a troll because I think that there's a space where I believe that my brother Chaotic Truth Live might believe and probably believes exactly what he's saying. But I think that yeah, for you again, if we're spinning back to the idea of the HBCUs, we're spinning back into the idea of the bonnets, the durags, and I imagine you're attempting to beg the question that does respectability politics actually matter? And if that gives you a leg up, and if these institutions that inside the paradigm in general might be looked at as lesser than, and they're doing more but getting less results, and these institutions that are looked at inside the quote unquote paradigm are doing less and getting better results with rollers in their hairs, or however you kind of frame it, that there is no reason for this specific ruling. Chaotic Truth, I give you the floor.
I'm gonna say this again. No HBCU is competing with the top 50 universities in America. And even those 50 don't require dress codes. The black students that go to Howard, Tuskegee, Florida A&M, whatever Central University in Ohio, this should be an insult to these girls. The bonnet is protected by the Crown Act. These kids need to protest. They need to cause an uproar. They need to demand that the facilities are up to standard first before the university, the administration, demand anything on those kids. I got 50 seconds left, so let me just finish, guys. What next will you want them to do? Taking away those bonnets. Taking away those bonnets is a form of slavery. It is a form of oppression. It is tearing down black culture. Let those girls walk around with bonnets and let those boys walk around with durags and let them sag their pants. Let them do what they want to do. This is black culture, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is what they want. They are paying customers, so let them do it. Go ahead, guys.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
If the respectability part, we looking at it, and you're saying that like HBCUs aren't comparable, and us having a standard for kids at HBCU, that's not going to work. What would you suggest HBCUs do to close said gap?
Copy the best cat. Copy the best cat. Copy Harvard. Copy Yale. Copy Cornell. What are they doing? Why are these kids graduating and becoming world leaders, the managers and controllers of this planet?
You don't think nepotism has anything to do with it?
Sure, why not? Figure it out. How do these schools even get that type of system going with nepotism? Sure. You mean to tell me in 200 years these HBCUs can't figure it out? They can't copy Harvard? Stop. And I'm pretty sure they have. Copy. But don't demand these kids to do something that the elites don't even do. Man. You demanding these kids not to wear bonnets, and you want them to wear what dresses for them to what graduate and work at some bullshit nonprofit?
No, nobody's saying they should wear dresses. Like, let's be honest about the policy. Saying you can't wear bonnets isn't saying you have to wear something else. It's just saying you can't wear a bonnet.
Sure.
You can't wear a bonnet working as a greeter at Walmart. Do you disagree?
I agree. You can't wear it. Yeah, I agree.
So Walmart can have a dress code for its employees, and that doesn't violate anything. But a college institution can't tell people how to show up in their buildings
because they paying the Walmart greeter. That's the difference. Hey, if I'm paying you, you better do what the fuck I say. It's different if I'm paying you. You better do what I say. You better dress how I want you to dress, boy. That's how. If I was in control, I'll call my employees, boy. Hey, boy, come here, boy. You better dress the way I want, boy. But see, if I'm the paying customer, you can't tell me what to do. You can't call me boy.
But if you as a customer only get in if I allow you to enter, meaning as the college you may pay, but you are here because I allowed you to come here.
And you know what?
I allowed you to pay me to come here.
And you know how many HBCU HBCU former students are on my show and said they left said universities and went to white universities because of the same thing you said. Okay, well, mother F your school. I'll go to the white university and do what the fuck I want to do.
Who cares? You see how he changed?
I don't know anybody.
You see how he
I got a lot of people on my channel who said the same thing.
Nah, you see how he went from comparing Howard to Kent State to the top 50 of white schools and stuff like.
It doesn't make a lot of sense
with these huge endowments and resources. Like, you comparing these white institutions to black institutions. Like, I don't get the comparison. What they got to do with a private institution not wear bonnets? Like, we know that we are outpaced as far as resources in almost every black institution compared to our white counterparts in America. When it comes to land owning, when it comes to every type of economic factor, we are at the bottom. So of course our institutions have a gap as well, but we still beat Kent State, one, and two, that had nothing to do with the conversation of creating professionalism at your private institution. Like, you're not making no sense. It was trolling. The facts already dead at that. So what is this comparison? Because once we put the facts about Kent State is not better than these HBCUs, now you like, oh, well, y'all not better than the top 50 white schools. They're not our parameters. Whiteness is not our parameter. That's why Howard is great and produces greatness. And
well, I think Spelman and Howard was inside the top 50.
You said what?
They're probably not top 50 in the U.S.
Oh, in the Google search, that's what it said.
But who's doing the rankings? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, who doing the rankings? who's the governing body of ranking schools? Who's going school to school and saying this is better than that one? And what is this based off of? And why are you so easily accepting it? Oh well, because you accept whiteness, because you want to copy whiteness, because you want to ascribe to whiteness. Howard don't gotta copy Harvard. You know how many times Howard has beaten Harvard in debate competition? Every single time. You know, every time we match up with them, we beat them. You know what people from Harvard, professors that go there and teach, they say them students are mediocre. And a lot of them are nepo babies. They're big on their name and their prestige, but as far as the product, nobody's competing with HBCU product. As far as the black community and the black workforce, like we are outpacing black people from PWIs in every facet and sector of the workforce. So you can shake your head. Maybe that comes from some type of hate of not getting to go and have a homecoming, and maybe you get a taste of it by marrying a girl from HBCU. But the trolling and shit is dead because the facts has disproved it, and the comparison is not a comparison because it don't align with the initial conversation of this school having a rule, and institutions have rules. You got to follow them or you don't. You got to go to work tomorrow or whatever you do, and you're going to follow rules. You're going to drive and you're going to stop at that red light because you're going to follow rules. There's order, there's structure. This is an institution trying to restore what they deem is order and structure. And who are you to go into a private institution and tell them what to do? That's like somebody coming into your house and telling you how to paint the walls because it should be blue. No, nigga, this is my house. It's simple.
Chaotic Truth Live, talk to us. I stepped away for a quick second, Jill King. Had to sell some waters. But yeah, talk to us, brother.
So Waterman right there.
Waterman.
I'm listening to a group of guys that who's the HBCU grad on the panel here?
I think three of us are. 3 of us. 3 out of 4.
Do you guys work for a major corporation controlled by anybody who graduated from HBCU? I'm just confused here.
I own a business.
I don't know why that point matters. Like,
no, I'm just asking this a direct question. Do any of you guys? What was the pipeline of going to these schools?
I work for somebody from HBCU.
Oh yeah, what's the company? What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company?
So the intersection said 2918 North Graham, Charlotte, North Carolina. You got in-season athletics. You got in Focus Studios. You know, proud HBCU ownership. Staple of the community, if you would. You can check. People that have been through there.
He worked with the company that I own.
It's like you're essentially saying that success is defined by working for a company and not having anything else in life. Like,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to figure out.
Then why are you making that point?
What does it matter if these girls wear bonnets or not? They're gonna go into the white workforce. They're not gonna be employed by some major company.
They're competing, and you just call it
because my white boss out. So I wouldn't cuss my black one out.
Okay, they gotta present themselves differently.
Listen, I could see if the black man was the superior man on the planet and we ran things. But the truth of the matter is that.
So who's superior?
Oh, come on now. You are you crazy? You talking about race? You it's the white man. What are you talking about? What you think blacks are making fighter jets and submarines and nuclear? Oh, come on now, stop. No, what I'm saying is, man, if these girls are my thing is, black people have a bad habit of unilateral decisions. The student body didn't vote on that. Where's the student body president that say, whoa, Mr. President, I speak for the students. This is wrong. A lot of them kids, they probably hate that idea. That's the difference between a lot of white universities and these HBCUs. It's democracy. It's representative republics. They have a student body president that says, Mr. President, you can't unilaterally make a decision like that without the approval of the students.
The student body president at Kent State, white or black?
Oh, believe it or not, we had 2 black student body presidents.
But beyond that, you think students dictate what the rules are of the campus?
Hell yeah, they paying $70,000 a year. Oh hell, yeah.
So Chaos TV. So what are some examples of that being true?
What
you said? The students dictating the laws of the campus. I think that almost at every institution that I've seen, fictitiously, there's a student body president that has a very minor amount of power, in which they speak to if you have any.
They go to meetings.
Yeah, like they
get you a new restaurant in the cafeteria.
But if we speak to like actual major institutional change, I would love for you to point out institutional change on a major scale that student body presidents made in comparison to that of the thoughts of the donors, the alumni. Talk to me, brother.
I'll give you a perfect example. At the university I went to, the students and through the student body president were pissed off. You can look this up. There was a hall called Oscar Ritchie Hall. You can look this up. It was in a dilapidated condition. The students protested. The university had approved of the Jewish Student Center being built on campus. Now, what really happened was they had a lot of donors, outside donors. However, the students still protested and demanded that the university divert funds to remodel Oscar Ritchie Hall. You can look that up. They protested, student body president. You can look it up. Students are powerful on these students are very, very powerful on white campuses.
That is not an example. That is not.
You didn't give an example.
That is a good
example. You give an example. G, let me run with it.
Oh my goodness.
So again, I just to stay to like the question that I asked. I said, what is an example of like a
policy,
a rule, a law,
like a rule? I got you.
Policy
I got you.
That was changed by the student public. That went against the ideas and the thoughts of like donors. Talk to me, brother.
You mean when I was in school?
You don't have to. You can just go in general. I'm just asking you to give us some examples. Like, give us something concrete to the basis of what you're saying.
I'm trying to think of one that happened, man. Let me see. Hang tight, guys. I've been in school in so long. Guys, hold on. Senate Bill 185 at Kentucky State University, which would create a.
This is the
Chat GPT.
All right, this is it.
Okay. So I can't. Okay, so you.
Okay.
No, go ahead. You Lifeline. Go ahead. Lifeline. Go ahead.
Keep going.
I haven't been in school and I haven't been in college in decades. So you want me to answer a question that I can't directly answer right now without doing my fair share of research. However, I could always go back.
Propose to us to like very similar grounds, though. I guess that's what I'm saying.
This is your premise.
You said that. Hey,
my premise.
So you said name right now a HBCU graduate that did X, Y, and Z, which would be putting us guys that all 20 years out of school. So again, it's just kind of like flipping cards. But go ahead, my brother.
15.
Okay. I cannot give you an answer with any degree of accuracy currently. You got me on that one. However, I think as black men on this panel, you guys need to support black women wearing bonnets to class. That is our culture. There's nothing wrong with bonnets. There's nothing wrong with durags. There's nothing wrong with this. What next are these universities going to make you do? What if they say, hey, man, we want you to come to school with Brioni's goddamn suits? Are you guys familiar with Brioni suits? Brioni suits cost $10,000. What if
Did you grow up in the church?
I did. I grew up in a Baptist church, unfortunately.
Could you wear a bonnet to the church?
In the 90s, no. It would have been odd. Even you can wear what you want to wear, but it would have been odd.
Why wouldn't you wear a bonnet to church?
Hey, you know the president. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Because back in the 90s when I was a young man or young kid, a lot of the black women wore crowns to church. Crowns. And you would look kind of like bummy with a bonnet on while these black women had these big ass hats on in church.
So there was a standard at the black church.
You could say that it was a standard of dress. Yeah, you could say that. But
so what's wrong with a standard at like another one of the major institutions in the black community? Like
because the difference is
you paid in the church. You pay offering.
Yeah, you're dealing with 18 and 19-year-old. You're dealing with 18 and 19-year-old girls who don't feel like dressing up to go to class at 7 a.m.
I don't feel like dressing going to work.
Hey, Johnny, let me hop in. So, what do you feel going to my guy Quincy's point? So, how do you feel about whether it's public, charter, or private institutions, especially those that are black, that at 7 o'clock in the morning have kids dressed in polos and slacks?
I think it'll be a good thing if kids dressed in polos and slacks. I think it'll be a great thing.
I'm not saying it's not like the hypothetical. I'm saying that like that's what happens. There's a bunch of K through 12 schools in which, whether we're going private or public or charter, whose kids dresses in slacks and polos, where there's a dress code that is enforced. What is your thoughts to that?
I think that dress code, Jesus Christ, I think that's nonsensical. I didn't have a dress code when I was a kid, and I noticed that the schools, particularly the black schools, I worked at a charter school that had dress code. The school was underperforming, so the clothes didn't mean anything. The kids were still stupid, so it doesn't mean anything. The clothes don't mean nothing.
What about those white schools that have dress codes? Like we live in.
What about them?
No, I'm saying I guess what I'm saying is that, like, you're giving a one-sided based off anecdotal, where say here in Charlotte we have plenty of private schools that all are high performing and their kids are required to wear slacks, shirts, button ups. Again, these are predominantly white institutions. So
and their parents
So your rebuttal was that black kids inside these charter schools that you worked at were stupid, so them wearing that clothes meant nothing. But I'm giving like an outside of that, I'm giving like the idea that in general, like there's institutions that require specific dress codes that you have to abide by, or you don't,
the white kids. See, the difference between the black kids and the white kids are in a pipeline.
Okay.
They're in a pipeline created by their people. They create institutions.
You're not directly addressing what I.
So the kids. So requiring the kids to wear uniforms, is totally different for them. Requiring black kids to wear uniforms is bullshit. It's like
what's different?
Doesn't mean anything.
What's different for them in the sense that they're when you require their kids to wear uniforms?
Because their people position them to be in positions of rulership. Blacks don't do that. Blacks have no power. So the fact is that what are you?
So let me ask you this. So
you want them to dress?
What position of white kids end in rulership?
Which industry do you want me to name? Do you want me to name steel? Do you want me to name lumber?
Cool.
You want me to do concrete?
All right. So which one do we want to go with? Because of, again,
let's do semiconductors. All
right, perfect. How many positions of leadership exist in semiconductors?
I mean, I have no idea about the
okay.
The leadership
structure. So in general, how many positions of leadership exist, and then how many employees exist?
I don't know.
If we was to give like a percentage wise.
I mean, leadership, it may account for, I don't know, man, 5% of the company.
Maybe 5%.
I have no idea.
Yeah, all right,
maybe 5%.
Okay,
yeah,
maybe
I have
5%.
no idea.
So 95% of the people that is making semiconductors, what would you say like that racial breakdown would be?
I mean, they have 5 facilities in Europe and they have 5 facilities in Taiwan. So white and Asian. I don't know.
White and Asian. Okay, so
yeah, white and Taiwanese. Yeah, whatever.
Taiwanese. Yeah. There we go. But Taiwanese would be Asian. But so all right. So now we're just saying like 95%. So let's take away that 5% that you said, right? So we put that in half. That's like 47%. 47%. So 47% of the population, even if we discount that 47, that would be the Taiwanese guys that who knows how they was raised. They had them clothes on. This 47% of that sector is just working class, regular ass people, right? So as we speak about now, bringing it back to like the private school, them raising their kids to be rulers. If only less than 1 to 2 to 3%, at your estimation, 5% of those guys are being rulers of like whatever their sector is. How is that like a fair rebuttal when the majority, by again, I'm just going off your numbers and estimation. Even if you multiply the 10% to what is that, 90%? How would that make sense to the point that you're making?
You do know that the private school kids are gonna occupy the 5%. The laborers generally come from the state colleges or just people who got GEDs. So
okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like the majority.
A better question for me to ask then is what percentage? Sure. We got Charlotte Catholic up the street. We got like a bunch of, maybe we have like 8 to 9 in the city of Charlotte private schools. All of them populations are usually like bigger than like the public schools, or inside like the range of it, depending on the institution.
Sure.
So what percentage of this pool of kids are you saying are going to be in the leadership portion, that 5%?
I don't know. I mean, you could argue that the average
like
private
30,
school.
You think like 30, like half of them probably? What do you think?
It's very plausible to assume that half of leadership roles in almost a major industry come from private school. So maybe half. Yeah, definitely.
No, that's
half the graduate.
That's a different statement than what I asked you.
Okay, what's the question, buddy?
The population of that student body. How many of those are going to be the leadership roles inside these institutions is what I'm asking.
The population of the student body. I mean, maybe 10%. I don't know. I mean, the rest probably.
All right, so perfect. So 90% of that population is going to be working as semiconductor guys.
It doesn't really work.
Why would the
because even those regular
make sense?
Because even the kids who work, let's say semiconductors, even the people who work in the FOB centers, they're highly skilled and highly trained. Ain't nobody from Kent State working in no goddamn FOB center. If they are, man, they're really skilled, bro. That shit probably really goes to private school grad. So yeah, they're workers, but those are highly skilled workers in those FOB centers, man.
Okay.
Again, I don't know for sure, right? I've never been inside of a FOB center. I've never been inside of a data center, but I'm telling you, man.
So right now, are we speaking like speculation? Like what are we getting?
Of course, 90% of my commentary is probably speculation, right?
Okay.
This is conversation, right? I'm just gonna be honest about it. But bro, to be honest with you, man, I'm not up here to knock HBCUs, bro. I'm just up here to say that
doesn't sound like it.
You can't require a population of people to do certain things.
Okay.
Because that population of people is not in a position of rulership.
So you're not. Can I interject? That's a perfect segue for me to interject. Can I please interject? Because, like, I'm just gonna ring off. Pause. A list of names here: Latrice Watkins, President, CEO, Sam's Club, Walmart Incorporated, Spelman. All right. I'm gonna keep going. Fortune 1. That's a Fortune 1. All right. Sean Jackson, Vice President, Global Operations, Apple, University of North Carolina A&T, Fortune 3.
Aggie Bride.
Fortune 200, C.H. Robinson, Dave Bozeman, President, CEO, and Board Director, Texas Southern.
Sweat.
All right.
That is sweat.
Coca-Cola, VP, Head of Global Talent, Marianne Lewis, Howard. Boeing Company,
Tyson,
Executive Vice President, Boeing and president, CEO, Boeing Global Services, Ted Colbert, Morehouse. All right, so
that sounds like a pipeline.
And there's more that I can keep going that are in the Fortune 500 who are in these like executive roles. But this idea that we don't have any presence in the executive suite in Fortune 500 is not something you should be like preaching loudly, because it's inaccurate. And if you really look at the disproportionate amount of volume of people who attend HBCUs versus in resources that these institutions get versus say these elite institutions that are, like I said, like if you want to make just an argument about like the fact that there are 10 or so colleges that produce the bulk of judges, the bulk of this, the bulk of that, it's no argument, because the data just supports that. That's how America is. But when you also peel back the onion and you look at the fact that HBCUs actually do disproportionately produce, especially in certain industries, well beyond their weight in terms of getting folks in those executive decision maker positions, there are quite a few within these Fortune 500 companies that hold those titles of influence. And so you say you're not trying to diss HBCUs, but that's like the whole premise of your conversation, which is why I say it's just like a troll job. It's like, let's have an honest conversation about, if you want to keep it on just the fact that elite institutions run the world, you don't have to shit on HBCUs to make that point. But that was the route you chose to go down.
What's the question, man? I mean,
I didn't have one.
I listen, man. Listen, because one or two blacks work for the white man's company, I'm gonna say it again. Your average HBCU graduate,
but your average
going to work.
But you just acknowledged that 90% of elite college graduates won't go on to do these roles. So your average elite college graduate won't do it either. So it's like your statement is not unique to black colleges. It's the reality of the world.
Proportionate amount.
Like, first and foremost, if you understand how income works,
I mean, am I gonna be allowed to talk? I mean, I was quiet when you guys were. I was quiet
because you want to talk about average. Your average nobody in America gets these positions. Your average nobody in America reaches these $200,000 plus positions.
May I speak? May I speak?
G.
I just want to be clear.
May I speak?
Let me know if I need to put you down.
I mean, he's talking about roles that bring in a minimum of $250,000 on the floor.
Cool. All right. So
nothing about that is average. Nothing about that is average.
You got 2 minutes.
I'm trying to talk.
$250,000 annual salary is not average.
Let him rock, brother.
Kirkland, Kravitz, and Swain. Are you guys familiar?
Nope.
I bet you at Kirkland, Kravitz, and Swain, which is one of the top law firms in America. Yeah, you may get one, you may get two HBCU lawyers there. But the vast majority of the lawyers that work at that law firm come from the top 10, top 15.
Nobody's denying that. Nobody's denying that.
May I speak, please? I mean, I can't even talk. I cannot even talk.
Because you not saying facts.
I can cut off every single time.
We got facts.
Bro, you let this nigga opine about things that aren't really like.
I get it. G, I get it. Let's.
Can I talk? I was quiet when you blacks were talking.
We'll go A Black then G.
His name is A Black, sir.
I'm gonna say this again. I don't give a goddamn how many graduates come from Mary Bethune-Cookman College. I don't give a goddamn how many lawyers come from Hampton. Generally speaking, their black asses are gonna be working for the government. They're not gonna be rainmakers at these top law firms. They don't come from that same cloth at those law schools. I'm not knocking the law schools there, but those law schools can't compete with the law schools at Harvard Law. Are we joking? I got time left. I have time left.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Kent doesn't have a law school.
Your school.
Okay. They're talking over me. I ain't even get a chance to use my time.
Go ahead.
Can I get more time? They keep
go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm gonna say this again. I don't give a goddamn how many engineers, lawyers come from these goddamn HBCUs. These top law firms, they are not racist. Not to say that you guys said that. These top law firms want the best students, and the best students come from the Ivies. They come from the MITs, the Yales, the Caltechs. I'm not knocking the HBCUs and their academic standards, but it's not on the level of a lot of these elite schools. Yeah, Howard may win a debate, but they ain't beating out Harvard and mathematics. They're not beating out no goddamn Yale in biochemistry. They're just not.
Yes,
they're not.
Are.
They recruit.
Yeah, they are. Show us where they not.
Good.
Show us where they not.
I can show you right now. I can show you right now. I can show you right now. I can show you right.
Because we already proved we beat Kent State. Listen, I just listened to you talk. We already proved we beat Kent State.
Show me the HBC lawyers.
This argument. No, but
now you comparing us to
nobody's making.
Like you got 2 minutes. Go ahead, roll.
Now you comparing us to one of the number one schools in the world, white schools, the biggest endowment in any college in the world. But you didn't go there. Talk about Kent State if you're going to compare something. But since numbers have already shut Kent State down, you literally are taking the top schools and comparing us. And guess what? We match up to them in every way, in every boardroom. Like Howard is there, Spelman is there, A&T is there. Like all type of HBCUs are there. So like what your argument is, I don't even know if it's an argument. Like your troll rant is being completely phased out by like true facts, bro, because none of this shit is true. Howard is at the top in boardrooms. We are the number one entrepreneurs in creating our own business. That's why we're not sitting out here trying to work for Uncle Charlie like you. Like we do produce the most black doctors and lawyers, not just for HBCUs, for all colleges in America. So what are you talking about? Like I don't know if you got into an argument with your girl and you just mad HBCUs tonight or something, but none of this is coming from any true logic. Like you can't compare, your school can't compare not only to Howard but to most HBCUs. So you have to grasp to literally the highest, Harvard, Yale, Princeton. Like nigga, what? Why are you comparing us to that? It makes no sense.
All right. With that said, I guess that there's not much else to be said. I think that, in my opinion, a better space for the conversation to have, and I think that what really the question that's being begged even by chaotic would be, does respectability politics actually help Black people? I think that that's kind of like the more broader question, and with that, we can kind of go person to person. I'm gonna put a minute on the clock just to make sure everybody kind of gets their shit off really quickly. But yeah, fellas, I'll start with Johnny, and we can work our way down the line, and then we'll get to Chaotic Live. Let me know, does respectability politics actually benefit Black people, or has it ever benefited Black people, Johnny?
I mean, I don't know about respectability politics. I'm not against a dress code. I mean, I think there's certain things that like.
When does a dress code help Black folk?
I think a dress code is good for any young person coming up, as far as to teach them when to dress a certain way, when not to dress a certain way. I mean, I'm not against, having,
Is
codes.
there a time that the dress code has helped Black folk?
Yeah, sure. I don't know necessarily if it's helped, but I don't think but I don't see nothing wrong with, instilling a certain standard of how you should present yourself. I think there's nothing wrong with that, especially in certain, situations. I don't think it's gonna be the thing that saves us. I don't think you can dress your way, to the top. But I think it's not, it don't hurt us.
Gotcha. Hey, Black, you up? Talk to us, brother.
Yeah, man, I feel like presentation has been a form of protection for Black people. So, how we dress, how we present ourselves when we were kind of meant to be not human or animals and 3/4 and everything. So we always have historically, once we got our freedom, took pride in how we look and how we present ourselves. So it's not a matter of respectability. Politics to me is just a matter of pride and how you present yourself. And these things of, oh, I got to get up early. When you built on the backs of people who came from so much less and did so much more in a lot of cases, like if the least you have to do is get up in the morning and present yourself, that's not asking much. And especially at private institutions where they have the right to kind of create rules and you have to follow them or you don't. Nobody's forcing you to go to these schools, and there's plenty of other options. It's not the Hunger Games. We don't live in no dystopia. Like, you can go to thousands of other schools, free colleges, all type of choices, and you don't have to put a blanket rule on what people can do. You just find what works for you and what school works for you, and it's just that simple.
Gotcha. G, minute on the clock.
Man, yeah, respectability, politics, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, the same individuals complaining about not being able to wear a durag or a bonnet are going to be the same niggas that get turned away at the club. And it's no reason why a club should have a stricter dress code than a classroom. I mean, let's just be serious. And if we being honest, when we talk about respectability politics, does it help Black people? No, it doesn't help Black people. But again, a dress code is not respectability politics, because these dress codes exist in other elements in the Black community, whether it be social, formal, informal, all types of Black related community events have dress codes, and people meet those dress codes and adhere to those dress codes. So, it's I don't even understand the idea that you can tell niggas that they can't wear Jordans to a club, but you can't tell people they can't wear bonnets in a classroom. Doesn't make no sense.
Gotcha. Chaotic Truth Live. Talk to us, brother.
I am absolutely against respectability politics when it comes to this issue. These kids ain't got to conform to the dominant society, what the dominant society say when they are paying to have their ass in those seats, when they are paying to go eat in the cafeteria. Mother F, respectability politics when it comes to this issue. This is a total violation against their Crown Act, or against the Crown Act. Let these nappy-headed girls walk around with them bonnets on so that they don't have to show their hair. Let them boys wear them durags so they can get them 360 waves when they go to class. You want to practice respectability politics? Take it to the workforce when you graduate. But until then, have fun at college, man. Have fun at college. Go ahead.
Hey, Q, let me ask one question real quick. Just to make sure I understand what's my name? Chaotic Truth premise. Your premise is if you pay, nobody should be able to tell you how to act. Is that essentially what you're saying?
Oh, not how to act. I mean, you still got to follow.
Or how to dress. Excuse me. How to dress. Yeah. So have you ever been to like a Michelin restaurant? 1 star.
Oh, hell yeah. Michelin rated, of course. That's the only place that I really go to be honest with you, of course.
Not in Ohio. But like how, like what like
What's out of Ohio?
You don't think we have nice rest? We may not have Michelin rated.
Nigga, I said Michelin. That's the standard, nigga. I didn't say nice. I said Michelin specifically. You said you go Michelin all the time.
Okay. That in Ohio. Yes, you're correct. You are correct. Yes,
I know I'm correct. I'm very correct. Yeah, you're not going Michelin all the time in Ohio. Okay. So have you been?
Maybe to the factory.
Have you ever been to a Michelin restaurant?
Yes, sir.
Michelin factory.
I don't know if I believe you, but let me tell you one thing. If you do go to any Michelin institution, you can't just walk in there with no bonnet, even though you're paying hundreds of dollars per plate. Let me tell you that right now. Do you think that Michelin institution doesn't have a right to institute a dress code, even though their patrons are coming in paying them to be a part of that establishment?
They have a right to institute a dress code, sir. Yes.
Okay, so why is it that a Michelin restaurant, even though customers are coming in paying hundreds, if not I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been to a 3-star Michelin. Shout out to Chicago. I mean, look, if we don't need to talk like that, but we really gonna talk refinement. Like, shout out to Alina. I've been there. Yeah, did that. And 3-star Michelin. We talking $2,500 for the tab. Like 2 people. Like, let's be clear.
Small plates,
Johnny.
Okay.
And let me tell you, Johnny, small plates, you can't wear no small hats. All right. You got to be clean. All right, Johnny, you got to be clean. You can't just come in there wearing anything. They're gonna tell you you're not up to par, and we'll see you later. And they have that right. But you telling me a university doesn't have the right to institute a dress code. Tell me what's the difference.
One is a restaurant, one is a university.
Even though they both pay to be there.
Yes.
So a restaurant has more of a right to tell people what to wear than a university.
I'm not saying that at all.
I
don't know which one has the most right, but what I'm saying is that you asked me what's the difference. I'm saying one is a restaurant and one is
but you also said that the Michelin institution should have a dress code and it's okay for them. You just said
sure.
I'm asking you personally, why is it okay? Are you just going to tell me because one's a restaurant? Like, why is it okay that a restaurant can have a dress code, but a school can't?
Because a student has certain rights, and they have certain rights to expression at an institution that supposedly preaches liberal ideology.
Every institution don't promote liberal ideology. How do you know Tuskegee's
almost every unless you go to Brigham goddamn Young, almost every institution in America is liberal. So I understand.
That's not accurate.
I can't think of any other conservative institutions in America other than Brigham Young, unless you know like a whole bunch of other ones. I can't think of any other ones. I mean, I'm take your word for it on that one. What I'm saying is that go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
I just want to know a very plain answer. Because your original premise was
are younger kids
if they're paying, nobody should be able to tell them what to do.
Are younger people not supposed to fight for something? They are fighting for their right to express.
You reaching like I'm asking you for. I'm asking you for an answer based off your premise, and you can't.
You want me to give you an answer
directly.
that you like, and I can't do it. What I'm telling you is.
Just an answer that responds to the
I was
the point.
In college 20-something years ago. I'd have found it appalling if somebody would have told me to take off my goddamn durag.
I didn't, but that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, why does a Michelin institution have the right to but you said that they do.
Maybe they're charging $2,500 for some toast. Maybe that's why.
And they're charging $25,000, $50,000, $70,000 for education.
Bro, I don't think that.
I'm just going off your premise. Like that. That's the point of this. Like, listen to your premise. So will you concede that your premise is not correct?
No, I don't. No, absolutely not.
So your premise is if you pay for something, nobody should be able to tell you what to wear. But
okay, how about this?
Can tell you what to wear.
Well, how about this? Since you're using your example, let me use my example. How come Michelin rated, or you can argue that the Ivy Leagues are the equivalent of a Michelin rated in terms of education? Well, how come they don't they don't require anything? So why not? They
require grades. Suit?
Every university requires grades.
Not the same grades. They don't.
Not the same grades. Okay, you go ahead. Tell me about.
Every institution don't have the same GPA standards, SAT standards, ACT standards. Athletes can get in under a certain GPA. Like, what are we talking about? Legacy students can get in under a certain GPA.
Do you like black culture or not, man? Do you? I mean, if these kids,
you're the one who don't like black culture. You're the one who talking about you blacks and criticizing black culture.
Can you speak a black language, or I can speak a black language? Can you speak a black language?
What's a black language? Give me an
Yoruba,
example.
Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, Wolof.
But you American first, though. But you're American. But you're American.
I never
first.
said I am American first, but but you said I was
the blackest language, English, nigga. Yeah, I speak a very black language.
English is a black language. Okay.
American first.
Go ahead, man. I'm listening to you.
American first.
Y'all just stepped all over my.
If we was to take a detour,
American first.
Why do you know those languages?
And what does it have to
do? Did I say
with the
I know
topic?
all those languages?
And what does it have to do with the topic?
You speak those languages and then you name them.
It has nothing to do with the topic.
But
it did. But
if we take a detour, why is it that you know those languages?
Can I just say those languages are not black languages? They're African languages.
I said that, old man. I said that.
How about this?
When I asked him if he was black, he said he American first. Now he want to ask me if I speak black languages.
How about this? We can agree to disagree. I agree that the kids should wear bonnets, durags, and sag their pants. I think it's black culture. You don't agree with that? Fine. Okay, let's leave it at that, man. It's 12 o'clock at night. My head is.
Because your whole premise thing got ripped to shreds.
You're right.
I sag my pants, and I don't even agree with.
Whole premise got ripped to shreds.
You win the argument, man. I'm telling you, you win.
That's the smartest thing you've done thus far.
I do want to bring in some of our old faithfuls. We'll start with the Aboriginal man.
Now go with Quincy first.
Go to Quincy first. All right. Well, Quincy, I put 2 minutes on the clock. Quincy, talk to us, my brother. This is a graduate of an elite institution in Atlanta. I imagine he has something to say. Maybe he has rebuttals. Maybe he has agreements with my guy K out of Clive. I'm gonna push. I'm
gonna go grab something. I'll be right back.
And
I'm
Quincy,
here.
Talk to us.
Oh, he went off camera for it.
Who got the fair kind on it?
He didn't went off camera for it. Wow.
Yeah, I'll be quick. Actually, I ain't gonna say most. I'm gonna say a lot. A good portion of Southern HBCUs they are conservative, not in the sense of Democrat versus Republican, but just a traditional
Culturally.
church. Yeah, culturally, not like black people. Black Americans are typically conservative. We don't vote red, but we're conservative. Culturally though. It's not. It's more of a question, and I mentioned it kind of with the K through 12, with the private schools and stuff. But even in general, right? You got toddlers go to daycare that you get up and get them dressed. And from daycare to kindergarten all the way to 12, you get up and you get dressed to go to school, right? And let's skip college for a quick second. Once you graduate college, or even if you don't go, you go to your job, you get up, you put your outfit on, you put your uniform on, or whatever the dress code is, and you go to school. So if from the time you go to daycare to graduating high school, and from that point when you start the workforce until you stop working, you're abiding by a dress code. You're not just going in with wearing any kind of thing. I do question why it's such a big fight. That little 4 years or 5, depending on how long it take you. That little 4 years right there between high school and the real world, people fighting to not dress up. And I think that's more of I wonder if y'all got any thoughts on that. Like, why is it like during college suddenly you shouldn't have to dress up anymore? You did it all beforehand, from the time your mama was dressing you, your daddy was dressing you, until you started doing it around 5th or 6th grade, and then you're gonna do it the rest of your life when you go to work. But that little 4 years in school, suddenly we just don't wanna dress up anymore. And I think that's just, it's more of a question more than anything. Like, why that little 4 years?
I can answer it if anybody else has a
Hey, I got a question.
All right, Johnny, that's not an answer. All right, cool. So I think that
he had
if I was to
answer,
Johnny, just ask your question later. Quincy asked the question, then you're gonna ignore his whole shit to go off topic. What I would say is, an answer to your question, if I answer it in good faith, would be that I think that that's the first time that those black kids have a semblance of real freedom. And so now they're going through the process of understanding the value of their choices and consequences. And so them learning, whether it's through trial and error, like dress or any of the other things that you learn when you're a student, especially at a HBCU, I think that from freshman year to senior year, you leave as like these different versions of people. And I think that that's a byproduct of it.
Gotcha. Okay, I got it. You gotta go to the next person.
Johnny, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to ask Chaotic. I saw he had Farrakhan up there, and I know about the Nation of Islam. I know what like dressing up is like one of their standards. You know anything about the fruit? You know anything? And so like
Fruit of Islam, the MGT, absolutely.
And I mean, if that's the standard for, I mean, I imagine you look up to that organization. Why wouldn't it be good?
Farrakhan went to Winston-Salem State University, by the way.
I sure do.
But why wouldn't that be good enough for black students? So we trying to instill that same kind of greatness in them.
Because the black students from HBCUs are nothing like the institution of the nation, nothing like the product.
You know, Farrakhan attended Winston-Salem State University.
But I'm saying, but if we want them to be like that institution, why wouldn't we make them?
I can never just answer Johnny. If I
no,
answer
no, I heard you, and I've got another. I was like, but like,
the Nation of Islam is about building a black nation, about building black institutions. The difference between the Nation of Islam, the HBCUs are about working for the white man.
But it's not a black institution, though.
No. These institutions were founded by whites, and these institutions breed people or graduate people who go into the white man's workforce. The difference is that the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Islam's ultimate goal is to build a black nation. It's totally different. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, under the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he got these blacks in check, and that's how you're supposed to do it. Now, I get what you were saying, and trust me, man, it's very noble and honorable for you to make that correlation. But it's a totally different institution, man. It's totally different.
I mean, I think
because okay, well, how about this then? Okay, I'm glad you said that. Well, make the standard at Tuskegee then. You don't drink, you don't fraternize with the male and females don't fraternize. Do the same thing there then.
How you know they don't got a dry campus?
But if they chose to do that at a private school, I don't see the issue with that either.
How you know they don't have a dry campus?
I don't know whether they have a dry campus or not. But the thing of the matter is that if you want that school, like the Nation of Islam, will do the same thing. Segregate the classes from the male and the females, right, Johnny? Isn't the Nation of Islam segregated? Even in the mosque, where do the women sit? Where do the men sit? So make the classes segregated then. Do the same thing then. Let me see that level of discipline with those little kids. Let me see the same level of discipline with those black ass kids or these HBCUs, and then I'll rock with that.
Why they gotta be black ass kids? But I'm just saying, we got.
Okay, are they white? Are they white? Are they asses white? Are they white? I mean, what does it matter? They're black, right? They're black. Do you like being black? Hey, you asked me, sir. You said why? Why I got to call them black? What other motherfucking what other color should I call them?
Hey, can I jump in real quick?
I got to get my point off.
I was getting on.
My bad.
So yeah, I'm man. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Talk with my brother.
I don't think I'll need 2 minutes, but I think this is a non-topic. I mean, it's because I think it's just a distraction for black people. Like, we're focused on a goal right now, and this is just another distraction. And Chaotic Truth is playing into that distraction. So when you go to school, you go to learn skills, right? You have hard skills and soft skills. Obviously, this school has seen a decline in the soft skills. So they're trying to redirect their students into a mindset of presentation, how you need to present yourself. These are soft skills that you need to go into the work environment and prosper. So as far as I'm concerned, if the students don't want to abide by the rules, go to another school. If they do, stay at the school. That's it.
And if I can follow up, I do think it is sad that grown folks are going back and forth on this, right? I get maybe people under 25 who maybe don't know no better, but once you're in your 40s, I mean, I think it should be clear the value of instilling some sense of a dress code in school. Back when I was in school, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. Back when I was in school, I go no do rags, but a t-shirt, shorts, not real formal. But we had guys on campus. The business department always had to be at least have a shirt and tie. All right. But we had guys on campus who was always suited and booted. We had guys on campus that kind of stayed business casual. And I'm gonna say the majority kind of just kept it regular Black American, right? But looking back, you never know who you run into on campus, right? You never know. You walk out, you see Jesse Jackson giving a speech. I literally walked out of the lunchroom, looked over, and Jesse Jackson was giving a speech on Kilgore. You walk out, you never know who you're gonna run into at any moment. And for that sake, I do think it is worth it to at least have some degree of a dress code, because you never know when the opportunity is going to present itself. It might be, it might be. Sorry, yeah, you got it, man. Y'all got it.
Yeah, fellas. I'll throw it back to you, Chaotic, as a response.
The sad Negro. You can do the countdown for 2 minutes. Let me do the countdown. This man said, man, you never know who you meet, man. Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson? Are you kidding me? What did Jesse Jackson do?
Yes, Jesse Jackson.
I didn't speak when you were. Oh yeah, I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
Jesse Jackson didn't do nothing for you. He didn't build any long-lasting institutions for you to build on and work at. Jesse Jackson supported the LGBTQ community, because you're also conservative at these universities. He accepted any and everybody. He ain't had no goddamn standards. No, yeah, he did pass away. I don't want to speak too much on the dead. Then again, I don't want to speak bad on anybody. But the fact is, man, you guys romanticize these people and elevate these people who've done nothing for you. If I wanna impress somebody, I want to impress Jeff Bezos. That's what I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm gonna wear a suit. Hey man, if I'm wearing a suit, I want to be at Davos. I want to be at the G Summit. But wearing a suit or
Savior's Day, you go to say
well, that's a little bit different. But
you gonna put it on
impressing who? Keisha Knight Pulliam might be on Spelman campus. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Rudy from Cosby Show. Oh, Felicia Rashad might be on campus. Whoop-de-damn-do. I want to be a ruler. And I want to impress the elites of society. So let me know.
A ruler doesn't care about impressing.
Let me know. Let
None of them come to Bezos.
Man, I wasn't talking when you guys were talking. I got 20 seconds, man. Come on now. Let me know. Let me know if Mark Cuban is on campus. Man, let me know if Jamie Dimon, who's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, is on campus.
Do you know where Mark Cuban went? You know what school Mark Cuban went to?
No.
Do you think it was an elite institution?
Let me get in.
I don't think he went to college. I don't know.
No, he definitely went to college. Do you know which college? And do you think it was elite?
I don't know. I don't know where he went.
Okay, so you naming people who don't even go to elite institutions who are in the elite.
Is he not a billionaire, sir?
Chaotic, he went to a state school. He went to Indiana University.
Is he not a billionaire? It doesn't matter.
And he went to Indiana University.
He's still a billionaire, so he's the elite. I don't care where he went.
Oh, that's the point. That's the point.
Y'all ain't got.
That's the so this is what I'm saying. You want to give all this credit to elite institutions when in reality, elite
Mark Cuban can hire me.
So can other niggas hire you too.
Other niggas can hire me.
You sound like a real good slave, man.
Hey, just for the record, I was responding to the topic, not to chaotic. You trolling, bro. So I really was trying to avoid
Quincy.
Be
real. You're right, Quincy.
But I just mentioned Jesse Jackson and a few others. But dude, I'm an IT. I mean, we come in and it'd be Coca-Cola recruiters in there. It'd be, you know, whatever. Pick a Fortune 500 company. It'd be recruiters in there just cause on a random Tuesday. It'd be alum in there who has high positions, you know, who might be executives or whatever on a random Wednesday or whatnot. And I'm pretty sure if in other departments, it was probably the same thing. So, you know, it's not just, you know, like who you said, Rudy Huxtable. She graduated right before I got to Morehouse. So I missed out on her.
I just listed at Tuskegee a whole list of like they have extensive corporate relationships with the School of Business, 3M, ADP, AT&T, Boeing, Cargill, Caterpillar, Coca-Cola, Disney, Edward Jones, FBI, FDIC, Ford, Frito-Lay, General Electric, like Howard Packard, Hormel, Hyatt Hotel, IBM, Intel, JP Morgan, Lockheed Martin, Marriott, Microsoft, Morgan Stanley, NASA, Pepsi Company, Price Water Corporation,
I don't get why
Sam's Club, Sodexo, Tyson Foods, Union Pacific, Walmart, Walgreens, Xerox.
Let's see you go. Oh man,
this nigga went to Kent State. Fuck what that nigga talking about, bro.
You right.
Like this nigga went to Kent State.
They weren't showing up at Kent State.
This nigga might as well fucking went to University of Phoenix online, bro. Come on.
Hey, Chaotic Truth, you're welcome, by the way. You're welcome.
Like I can see if a nigga come on here talking about he went to Harvard himself. This nigga up here talking about he want to impress niggas who went to Harvard. That nigga said, I didn't go to Harvard. I want to impress niggas who went to Harvard.
You silly blacks. You silly blacks.
This shit is hilarious.
Hey, so really quickly, Chaotic Truth. I do want to, like, you're a very interesting human being. Take the back chat. So I do want to ask you, what is your take? I just want to do like a quick gambit, so I can judge kind of like where you at inside the space. What is your political affiliation? If you was to give it inside like 20 seconds.
Who would you vote for?
I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, 2020, 2024, yeah.
Okay, so all right, so you land more MAGA, conservative, Republican.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your thought?
Trump supports HBCUs.
So are you familiar with Are you familiar with like the FBA movement?
I am.
All right. What is your take on that?
I think the FBA movement is absolutely stupid. Me and Tariq talk all the time.
Yeah, FBA is not a movement. Okay. So correct yourself, Q.
So what? I'm just trying to get his POV.
Yeah, but you're presenting, so you got to present correctly.
Oh, all right. You said so. How do you feel about FBA?
Delineation is
maybe delineation.
I do agree. I don't like the FBA movement because I believe that it's a cult, and the individuals within this online fringe group, they lie so much to themselves it becomes almost like a mental illness. However, I do believe with two things. I do believe that reparations are indeed owed, and I also believe that delineation is very, very key. And I believe that the FBAs, when they talk about delineation, they bring up good points. I believe that they should, without a doubt, separate from other black groups, and they should exert a level of dominance over them without a shadow of a doubt, because there is a level of replacement that I do see in America, and there is a level of criminality that I've always thought about. Even when I was a kid, when people would commit crimes, I say, yo, man, this isn't like a black person. This is like a Haitian. This is a Jamaican. This is not to say that Negroes don't commit crimes either, but I do believe that there should be a separate classification for certain criminal reasons why. Absolutely. I do believe in that delineation.
And what would your classification be if there was separate, just for clarity? Where would you get classified?
Just for clarity, a foundational black American. Just to answer your question directly.
You not lying, and you not lying on your lineage.
I swear to God, no, my mother
said he was freedman.
I'm just asking him. I'm just making sure he being truthful, because I don't know that the forehead tell me different. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, nigga, you look Nigerian as hell, nigga.
You got an African vibe. I got a Caribbean vibe. I gotta say, I guys gotta make sure.
But who taught him all them African languages? because that's not an FBA thing.
I don't know a lot of African. I taught myself, sir. I mean, if you're gonna learn some languages, learn. I mean, it's not that I know them, expertly.
You
but
should learn the dominant language of the world, right?
Which is English, right?
I mean, you say like it's all about what dominates the world. Like, why bother yourself with these black languages?
Have I been speaking?
They don't run no corporations. Ain't no Igbo running the boardroom.
Of course not. No. But one thing I can say about the Igbo and the Yoruba, they do have their Aliko Dangote, who's a Yoruba man. He has his own oil refinery. So you could argue that they are building in Africa. They're building in Africa. They may not be a superpower anywhere, but they're building. They have their own car.
But didn't you criticize private black institutions for being funded by the government? You don't think that quote unquote oil refinery owner is not getting funding from a?
Are you crazy? Of course, it's being funded by probably China, the World Bank.
Okay,
of course, man, I'm not completely stupid. Come on, man.
All right, so why have such heavy criticism for HBCUs, but then big up an oil owner in Nigeria?
All I was saying is the HBCUs shouldn't require a dress code. That was my original argument. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking.
So why you gotta be so vile towards HBCUs to say that?
I was vile. How was I vile?
Yeah.
Did I ever say HBCUs should be defunded? Did I ever say how was I vile towards the HBCUs?
I mean, you did say HBCUs, so Negroes go to white folks, and then you turn around and say you want to work for white folks.
Ain't that what you're doing now? Don't you work for white folks right now? Ain't that what
you're
doing, sir?
Not right now.
Didn't you say you work in IT?
I work for myself.
I did work in IT.
I cussed my white boss out. Who's the white boss?
Johnny, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've cussed off several white bosses. I love
I cuss my white boss out. I won't.
Yeah.
Hey Johnny, don't.
Not my black bosses though. Not my black bosses, but my white ones.
Johnny, are you an iota? By the way, you look like an iota.
Oh damn, Johnny, that's a diss.
Johnny, he basically said you look lame in a bitch.
Johnny, that's one of the most disrespectful things you can tell a nigga on.
How was it disrespectful?
Bro. Hey, bro, I was trying to be on your side this whole time. I was trying to be on your side.
Are the iotas not a divine? They're not a part of the divine.
What did Johnny do to deserve that disrespect,
bro?
This nigga, you should have headbutted me.
And that was nasty. That was
crazy. Damn.
That was nasty work. I ain't gonna lie.
For a nigga who ain't been to school in so long to bring that out is like, yo, I don't know, Johnny. That was a flag.
Hey, hold on. The iotas might have been cool at Kent State.
We didn't have any iotas at Kent State. They ran Ohio State. I can tell you that they were the best black
iotas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I swear to God,
that's where they prominent out in Ohio.
Swear to God, they were. Yeah, I wasn't trying to play you at all, bro. I'm just saying you gotta give off iota to me. I don't know.
Oh, he's saying you a cool nigga, Johnny.
Oh,
I ain't playing nothing.
In like the South where we're at.
That's a good thing you didn't.
They're very minor.
Ain't no iota, nothing.
You're not prominent.
Hey, I got a question for KY.
Iotas don't get no hoes down here.
Oh man, the Aboriginal. I was trying to run down a couple things because I think that it is interesting to see where he lands at a couple spots. What is your thoughts on AI and automation?
I believe that AI is going to drastically change the future of humanity. We are going to experience the greatest job shift in human history. Okay. A lot of males particularly will have to go into the fields, plumbing, electrical work, welding. A lot of men are going to have to start going out and actually getting real jobs for the first time in a very, very long time. It's going to decimate desk jobs. It's going to decimate law. It's going to decimate engineering. It's going to decimate a lot of things that a computer can do instantaneously. So law documents, all these things are going to go by tomorrow. It's going to put women into a position of more or less prostitution, if you will. You're going to see a lot of women in sex work. Because women
we see that now, right? We see that currently, though.
Well, you see it currently. But you're gonna see a lot of sexy reds. You're gonna see a lot of
but we see that now.
Right, but what I'm saying,
I think he's saying that like, this is
you're gonna see it tenfold.
Why wouldn't you see more?
You're gonna see it so.
Sound like they need dress codes.
But what I'm saying is that you're gonna see women literally walking up to guys just offering a price 50, 60, because they're not gonna be employable, because women don't really, let's be honest about it. Most women are pretty stupid. And they don't really get into real
quick before we get down there, because I understand the line that you're about to go to. I'm gonna ask you.
Oh, he got the red pill twist.
More so like manosphere red pill. But before we get there,
go ahead,
capitalism, communism, socialism. Talk to me.
Capitalism.
Okay.
Without a doubt. Even though we live in a mixed economy, capitalism is the greatest form of it's the greatest form of a system between men and women to establish a level of order. Without capitalism, men will be killing each other for something to eat, man. We have to have capitalism, man. We have to do it.
Okay. All right.
We have to set
and so you're against socialism and communism.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then let's go dynamics, relationship dynamics. What is your thoughts?
I think that a man should make enough money where he can never ever be disrespected by a woman in this current generation. So if you're not,
can he put his hands on a woman, or if you
no? I mean, if you have to put your hands on a woman, man, you're it's something. Yeah, as a man, you should really have a level of restraint. You should never put your hands on anybody for that matter, but not a female. No,
not a female. Okay.
No,
but he shouldn't take no like back talk from a woman.
Well, he wouldn't have to if he was the dominant breadwinner. You know, a lot of back talk comes from you not. You know, if your woman has to go to work, trust me, you can get a lot of back talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
the truth.
Do you in general, you think like men and women like intellectually?
How should you respond to say?
Wait, John, I just want to walk down some lines.
Go ahead, Q.
So do you think that men and women are intellectually equal?
Hell no. What are you?
Okay.
No, women are pretty stupid, bro. Like if you most men are worried about science, mathematics, engineering.
I know you're gonna say here all niggas are smart.
Not to say that you don't find women like that, but generally when you're with a woman, women get turned off with that shit.
Chaotic. Are you smarter than your wife?
Am I smarter than my wife? And well, you know, my wife is an attorney. She's not practicing, but in terms of law,
are you smarter than your wife? That's all.
I would say I'm vastly smarter than my wife when it comes to everything but law, without a doubt.
Okay. Say that. Does your wife work?
She does. She hasn't practiced law in years. No.
Oh, she don't work no more.
No, she doesn't have to. She comes from a very well-to-do family. She doesn't have to work. No.
Okay, so she gotta listen to you, or she gotta listen to her family.
We don't really operate like that. You gonna listen to me? We don't really. It's like we don't have that dynamic.
So what you talking about? Talk back.
Johnny, give me
that nigga talking red pill.
Are you? So it sounds like you're painting a fictitious, like
you don't live your rap.
Setting in which,
hey, this sounds like somebody else we know, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like living your rap. Like this is what we call like when your ideology doesn't align with like your current situation. So you're saying that y'all don't like you're not dominant over your wife, and she's
don't have to be.
She just submits to you.
We both grew up in very well-to-do families, nuclear families, so I don't have to exert a level of dominance over someone who you exert. Like for example, it's not that she submits to me. We work together. You know, it's.
So it's like more modern setup, like when y'all both work.
Yeah, it's sort of like I think a level of dominance comes when you meet someone who's really not from the same type of background as you. You know, I think if you come from if her like for example her.
So when all things are equal, do you think that men and women can be
because men are still physically stronger. So
no. I wasn't saying inside like okay. Are men and women equal in a physical sense?
Yeah.
As much as at first it sounded like you were saying that men are innately smarter and better leaders in XYZ than women.
Well, of
right now it sounds like they're giving like caveats to where if all things are equal, there is some level of equality that does inequity. Well, I don't know if you even use equity, but there's some level of equality that exists where men and women can make equal decisions amongst.
Sure.
Like,
But at night, when something goes in the night, she ain't going to look for it. You could best believe that. So there's still a level.
No, I understand that. I think that's like an outlier situation. Now.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, all right. So that's where you stand on that. You think aliens exist?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. Am I missing anything else that we talked about?
Yeah, you forgot to ask him if he's a test tube baby.
I ain't never asked that.
It's possible. I mean, I don't act nothing like my parents.
I got one question, man. You've been doing this for a couple years, trolling. I've seen you on various pages. What are you getting?
Why do you think I'm trolling? Well, why do you think I'm trolling, Aboriginal?
What
I mean, when you say a person hiding behind an avatar is trolling, I'm on camera.
What do you get out of this? What do you get out of this? You've been doing this for years.
Hold on. I'm on camera. You are not on camera. Who is trolling? You're not. Turn your camera on.
What's your goal?
Turn your camera on. I'm on camera. I'm a troll that tells people where I went to school at. My
deflecting is not going to work.
I tell people where I live at. I'm a troll. It seems like you the troll.
Just so you know, seems like you this guy goes from sports channel.
It seems like you trolling me, Aboriginal. Turn your camera on. Can you make a turn camera on? He said I'm trolling, but he hiding behind. He a man hiding behind the camera.
He's been doing this
for 3 years. He a man hiding behind the camera. He's a grown ass man hiding behind the camera. You a grown ass man hiding behind the camera.
Hey, Q, let's pivot. Let's pivot to the after.
All right, yeah. So Chaotic Truth Live. We're going to keep the conversation going, but we're going to end it live.
Yeah, sure. I'm
really
here.
quickly.
Before we get off, let me ask you. Go ahead.
Oh Lord.
That's that Ohio in him.
Yeah. So
Kent State.
I do want to ask you one last question before we get out of here.
Ketamine.
You asked me 5 questions.
Are you? No. We got in and then pivot to the after show. But with that said. Jordan, LeBron.
Jordan played in a very watered down era. He played in an era where you had 4 expansion teams. You had the Magic, you had the Heat, you had the Grizzlies, and I forgot the other one. But he didn't. To me, he played against cab drivers. There are players that played in the 90s that I forget. Who?
Firefighters, plumbers.
Oh yeah, he played against plumbers and people selling hot dogs outside of Times Square. The fact of the matter is that everybody in the NBA right now plays at Jordan's level or better. Jordan played against dudes who couldn't even dribble with the left or even go to the left. Jordan played against small, short, white guys. I'm sorry, man. They were good for their time. But
let me ask you, what percentage of the league would you say was small, short, white guys in that time, like the 90s?
I mean, I would say to me, I can't give you any great degree of accuracy.
You think that like half of the league was small, short, white guys in the 90s?
I think that the league probably was an inch shorter back then, but what I could tell you is what I could tell you is this: you didn't have monsters like Wembanyama in the 90s, man. You didn't. Could you, man? If
7'6" guys, okay,
not just 7'6", but who could play like a damn point guard.
Like a
let's.
If we was to do like
let's not deep dive into the sport.
Yeah, Q, this is
we supposed to be getting out of here. You finna start.
Let's not deep dive into the sports, Q. Q.
LeBron James. Yeah, like LeBron James.
Sports.
Yeah, LeBron. Like I saw LeBron when I was. Me and LeBron are the same age, man. I can tell you this, man.
What school he went to? What school he went
to? So
he went to same
Johnny.
thing.
We trying to get about it.
I ain't say that.
It was somebody else. I apologize, Johnny. I'm listen. Yeah. Sometimes I get it wrong. But with that said, this has been a fun episode.
Yeah, you guys.
Shout out to my guy, Chaotic Truth Live. He has made this really
Johnny, salute to you. Steve, Aboriginal Quincy, salute, man. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Again,
let's talk about Star Trek the next time I come up here or something. Let's do some nerdy.
But hold on, don't drop yet. Don't drop yet, though. Chaotic, don't drop.
Don't drop out. But again, and make sure that you look at the private chat. But again, this has been a fun episode of Unpacked. Again, we talked about the Tuskegee ban and is this professionalism or policing Black culture? I was glad that we was able to find somebody that did hold an opposing POV. We struggled through it, but we got through it. And I think that opinions was expressed on like multiple levels. Shout out to my guy G Axis Media, G the King. If you know him from back in the day, G the Headies, man. We talking about G. Johnny.
He in his go yard bag.
Johnny said he's in his go yard bag. With that, not with that said, A Black he dropped off, but shout out to the mayor of Charlotte. Chaotic Truth Live. We appreciate you pulling up. Very, very, very engaging conversation. I think that when the guys want to overtalk you, that means you're saying something that is engaging for sure. Johnny, take that down so I can keep reading the niggas' names. All right, Quincy. Shout out to our guy. Morehouse Zone. The Aboriginal, straight from California. And his brother from Diego by way of Texas. Steve. With that said, this has been a fun episode of the Unpacked Show. Again, make sure you follow us. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday, 9:30-ish. But with that said, we out. Peace.
Even you. It doesn't matter how you feel.